2, 1, hit it! Stop trying to be normal. Stop trying to be clean. Stop living every day of life like a damn machine. Society's screwed up. It has gone insane. Stop seeing it as for the ones go with it down the drain. It's the measure of sanity to be happy. It's the measure of happiness to be sane. Take it to the edge. The edge of insanity. Take it to the edge. The edge of insanity. Take it to the edge. The edge of insanity. Take it to the edge. To the edge of insanity.
All right, guys, we're live, finally live here in downtown San Francisco at Edge Studios at the corner of 7th and Market. My name is Paul Brumbaugh. It is Sunday, March 5th, 2023, and you're on the edge. I'm sitting here, which just blows me away. I'm sitting here with my actual crew. Give it up for Kitten Marie Clayman, everybody.
The OGs are finally
Yeah.
We are.
here.
It's a reunion. That's it. We don't get used to us, people.
Yeah.
All right? This is a special event. Don't get used to seeing
Not
us.
going back on tour, but you know.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool to be here. It really is.
And it is. And then also I have the other part of the crew. Give it up for Brandon Ray and
Hey,
Mistress
guys, how are you?
Christine, everybody.
Hey,
These are our
here we are.
replacements.
Oh,
These are the scabs that Paul hired.
We just replaced you.
He's so cheap that he hired his family. That's what it was.
I had to marry into the talent. That's what I had to do. So
That
we're sitting
makes
here
sense.
live at downtown studios, and it's crazy because the last time you and I were here, Kitten, was a long time ago,
yes,
wasn't it?
yes. When we were ran by a overlord, when the overlord was in charge,
Right.
before he was overthrown.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm glad that we're back here and we had the place exorcised.
Yes, yes. All the demons are gone.
Yeah, all the demons have been.
Bye-bye. We cleansed the place.
Yes, exactly. So that's what we're doing,
The
guys.
priest came in, and thankfully we're all too old.
Yeah.
So that other thing wasn't a problem.
Yeah,
you
I'm following you.
you
I just,
men were too-
You went
you're-
real dark
yeah.
all of a sudden. Straight out the gate. This is the old Kitten. She's
See?
back, baby.
See? This is what it does to me. It does this
You
to
put
me.
a microphone in front of Kitten, and everything just starts spewing.
Right.
I called him Michal earlier, and did a Hitler reference for fuck's sake.
what
Right
did
in the gate. Michal.
Okay.
She, when I picked her
Like
up,
a Hitler
she
reference.
told me, she's like, Brian, I don't know about doing this reunion show. I'm a normie now. And, I'm like,
You're a normie.
I'm like, you're a
Yeah.
normie. There's still a kitten in there somewhere, you know.
No,
Yeah.
but she got me in a lot of trouble. Okay, I'm still recuperating from the mess that she made me prior. So it's a little scary.
So we're back, and it's been, oh my gosh, it's been years for you and I, Kitten, and the rest of the Edge crew. And then Brian, I don't even remember the last time you did a segment.
Not here.
I haven't. I was doing. I was emailing you segments for a long time, and then I did come in the studio a couple times. I think it was around like 2013, maybe 2014. I mean, it's been almost a decade. Let's just call it 10 years.
Let's just call it 10 years.
I think so.
Well,
I
that-
think you were there in 2016 in
Maybe.
studio off and on because you
Okay.
came in. You
All right,
trickled
but
in.
it wasn't like I
You're
guess
not
so.
a staple every week in person. True.
Right. No, but the segment that I used to do for this show was about being on the road,
Yes.
and that actually became my podcast. So that's something I've been keeping up, and I have a whole big following with that. So yeah, it's kind of cool with
Yes,
with
on the road.
humble origin here at Paul's house.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it all started off as just you having something else to do while you were on the road.
Exactly. Because I early in my touring days, you were doing this, and then I had no idea how to stay creative while I was traveling. I was just going from place to place, same thing every day, kind of boring. And then Paul's like, well, hey, send me a thing. And so I started sending them, and it just led to recording podcasts and doing things. And yeah, it's been kind of fun. I still do it, although now I do them from my house in Texas, and I don't know why I still call it On the Road. It's like I think I'm gonna update it to like in the house with Dr. Brian. You know?
On the road now in the house.
Yeah. But today I'm literally on the road, which is super cool. It's
Yeah,
great to
and
be
you're
here
doing
with you
comedy
guys.
still.
Yep.
So that's worth mentioning. Still doing comedy.
Yeah. Comedy, whatever.
Whatever. I was the pirate mascot. I will promote
You
your
were,
comedy.
You were.
Okay.
You were.
It
Kitten,
suits me.
Kitten was my flyer model for so long.
Yeah, I remember.
And see, man,
The walk the plank
It all,
comedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the
Walk
funniest,
the plank.
it all comes back.
what was the funniest actually thing he had you wear, like the pirate thing?
Oh no.
The seal
the
suit,
seal
right?
head. Still tops it.
Yeah,
I looked
yeah.
for the picture. I couldn't find it. I was gonna
send
post
them to
that
you.
one.
I'll send it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
I was
It
gonna
might not,
post
you know what
the
it is?
bikini
I
with the
took
seal
down
head.
the Facebook page associated with that.
Oh,
venue.
with walk the
So
plank.
yeah,
Okay.
but I'll send you a picture. But it's funny about the seal head, right? So for anybody who's not listening, for anybody who's listening or watching or whatever and doesn't know anything about our history, so I used to run a comedy club here in San Francisco. We started doing a competition every year called Walk the Plank. And I had a costume for a mascot that was basically like a seal costume with a stupid big head. And I thought it'd be kind of catchy and funny at the same time to have like a girl in a bikini posing on the beach with the seal head on, you know. And so I made all these flyers, and I showed them to Kitten because she was, you know, we were doing another project.
Yeah.
And Kitten's like, "Oh man, this girl, you got to get a better girl."
I'm sorry. Okay, and I feel really, really bad now because I too am kind of out of shape. So,
No,
but at the
thing is,
time,
she was in good
comparative,
shape. She was a
she was
dancer.
not
It's
really
a
in
different
good
kind of
shape.
shape. That's just
Yes,
it. Like,
you're
your
right.
Kind
A
of shape
different kind of
is,
shape that
is
I
like
did
very,
not
very
see.
eye catching. And you, of course, became the seal head model from
Right.
that point forward. You
Yes,
know?
because I was in the kind of shape that I
Yeah.
thought
Oh, you
was the
still
only
are.
appropriate kind of shape. So looking back now, I can see that I'm in her shape.
Yeah.
So,
and then you
my
became
bad.
then you were the pirate model
Yeah,
for
and
one.
and,
you know?
and don't forget when we did the seal head thing, we got Brian Crow's
Yes,
sister
that's
to
right,
be a
that's right. She
pirate
was a
when I
pirate,
was the
too.
seal head, and she pretended to beat me up.
Oh,
That was a
just love a seal.
Yeah, and she
This was a
came up. She
very-
tried to like tear my head. She
this
tried
was
to
a
rip
very
my
high.
seal head off.
Yeah, no, this was a very high concept photo shoot, really. It was, you know, we just went
Okay.
very intellectual with this.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah,
We really
to the
did.
top.
Yeah, pirates
top.
beating up a seal.
Sorry, Peter. That's totally not
Yeah,
appropriate.
and
Yeah,
actually, if you're listening, which you're not,
In
but
conjunction.
if you are, thank you for that. And,
Yeah, and thank you, Brian Pro, for your
Brian,
contribution.
exactly. He
You
thought
know?
that if he hooked me up with models, it would help him win the competition.
I,
That's what it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Give him a few extra votes, you know.
You know, I brought him a couple bottles of wild turkey. I don't know
There
what
you
I
go.
thought I was going to get out of that, but something. I never got anything. I'm just
Paul,
saying.
you did that
Never put
competition,
out.
right?
Yeah, I
Never
did.
put it out.
So you have the worst story about me doing that competition.
Ooh,
Oh.
let's hear it.
You don't remember it, huh?
I know, but I want you to.
You
Oh, okay.
remember
You want to hear my version of your better story?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
your
Go
show.
ahead.
All right, so let me see here. I was already given the lineup for that night's competition. I don't remember what number I was, but I remember that I had enough time to get out of my street clothes and into my jacket, my shirt, and my tie. Probably had, you know, you could figure out however many people were in front of me, however many minutes they were getting. I think I had 15 minutes to get dressed. And I thought, okay, I've done this in 5, no problem. I'll have 10 minutes to just take a breath before I go on stage. Go into the bathroom. Next thing I know is Brian or someone's running in and going, "You're on. You're next." They're calling your name. And if you don't get up there in 30 seconds, it's almost like you're disqualified. So I literally coming out of the restroom, tying my tie and running up to the stage. I had written a chunk. Never do this in a competition, by the way. Here's your little advice from someone who's been in a couple competition and lost every time. Never try to put a new chunk of comedy in the very beginning because you go, "Oh, this is gonna work. I know what it is." and then I'll just do the rest of the set I've already rehearsed in my head. Because I started the setup, and I must have said the setup 3 times, and I could not remember the punchline. And then I'm like, okay, what's the next joke? Because I know the next joke was leading into that.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember. So I abandoned everything in my head and did some old set that just came off the top of my head.
Yeah, I
And-
don't think you advanced.
No, I did not. I did not. And so for somehow, I literally lost 15 minutes worth of time walking into a bathroom like it was some sort of portal.
How much
To
weed
hell.
did you smoke?
So it wasn't the weed. I
No?
think it was the pain pills. The pain pill with the alcohol. And they
Yeah.
used to make really stiff drinks at Castanola's.
Yes.
Yep. And-
They were expensive, but they were strong.
Yes. They were worth the money.
Yeah, they were worth
But
the
those
money.
were good times, very good times. And of course, you were. I loved. I still like. I wish. I look for an opportunity to use those flyer pictures.
Oh
again.
man, I know. Me
And
too.
I don't. I never have any other project that's seal related.
Right. It's
See,
so
we're-
like why
It
is
was
that
very-
prejudicial?
It was. I don't
What's
know. I just.
happening?
I live in Texas now, and if
There's
if
no
it,
body of water.
if it was a bullhead, you know what
No
I mean?
pirates
like a
in
cowboy
Texas?
hat, you
Right.
know?
There's no body of
Yeah,
water.
no
there.
pirates in Texas. We have cowboys, you know. But yeah, I keep trying. I'm like,
Well,
I
maybe
wanna
we
use
need to
for
replace
something.
it with a horse.
I gotta do something. Put a
Like
horse
something.
head. Would be
Something
kind of
rodeo
gross.
Godfather's theme going on.
So you had to wake
Okay.
up in the morning with a head.
All right.
There better
So
be a lot of cocaine involved.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
all
gonna
right. Fair enough. I'll call my guy.
See, I don't even have a guy anymore.
I don't even have a
guy. I'm so normal. So
you're in
sick.
San Francisco. I thought you'd get
Yeah.
assigned a guy when you
God.
come into San
See?
Francisco for
It-
this
it
kind of
was,
stuff.
It was COVID, man. It was COVID. It took
COVID,
everything.
COVID
It changed
took
everything.
It
guy.
took everything from me.
So now, what have you guys been up to since the last time you were in studio? I know, Brian, you're constantly on the road. So Dr. Brian King or Proctor Diane King.
Proctor Brian.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Proctor
forgot.
Brian.
Proctor Brian.
Yeah.
I forgot you guys said that one.
Yeah, we used to do that a little bit.
It was like it was just like a mispronunciation, right?
Right.
It was,
It was Proctor.
Well, what have I been doing? Let's pretend COVID never happened.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do anything during COVID, you know. Well, I guess I will add though with COVID, I moved to Texas. That was the thing, that I did, you know, because different states responded to COVID differently, and Texas seemed to be more open and more, you know. There were comedy shows in Texas like
During COVID.
like May of 2020.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
so everything shut down in March. You know, by May they were already doing comedy shows again. So Texas was the place to be for a guy like me. And I don't know what I've done. I've written some books. I wrote 2 more books since the time that we've last seen each other. I think.
Yeah.
I've been touring. I've been doing comedy. I wrote a movie script that didn't get produced, but it turned into a book. So now that's another thing.
Tell me about one of them as you're handing it to me.
Aha! I'll tell
Yeah.
you this.
This is the plug here.
You got this. We got a camera for that one.
Yes, I do.
All right.
All right, go ahead. Tell me
Yeah.
about this one.
So that book it was written pre-COVID, but it came out right during the pandemic. It came out right before it. It's called The Art of Taking It Easy, and it's all about managing stress. But it's written in my style where I use a lot of humor and references to stories on the road and my family and that kind of stuff, you know. But it's all about managing stress. And the reason why I mentioned it came out pre-COVID because I'll tell you that one was the career changer. All right, like I was getting calls from media all over the country, like come to our show. You know, can you do this, do that? I was gonna be flown out to LA to do a show, and I'm not gonna mention it by name, but it kind of rhymes with Dr. Bill. Because I didn't do it, you know, but
Right.
but they wanted me. We were talking, and then COVID happened. Boom, everything died. All that stuff canceled. And book sales kind of fizzled out, which was really unfortunate. You know, people stopped buying things like books. You know, I used to tell my publisher we should have printed this on toilet paper. People bought a lot of that. You know what I mean? But
You know,
But-
it's funny. Do you
yeah.
remember that I was actually you were going to send me the PDF of this book, and I was
Really?
going to teach it to my underlings
Did
at
I
my
not?
job.
Did
You
I not
did
send
not.
it to you? What? That's
I'm just
crazy.
gonna say it
That's
is crazy.
crazy. All right, tell you what, we'll do a photo shoot later with you reading the book,
I'll just hold the
and then
book.
this could be your copy.
Uh-huh,
How about
okay.
that?
All
I'll
right.
even
Well, I
autograph it
fucking
for you.
quit, so who cares about those fuckers anyway?
Ah.
But I hope they're stressed out.
Yeah,
The
but-
one thing I liked
dumb.
about that book is when I was holding it up for the camera, it looked like I was a bear.
Yeah. You know
A
what?
bear
I
in
just-
San
How
Francisco.
about a
Oh,
bear
Lord.
head? With the key?
Darling, you are a bear.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Rawr.
Bear head. with
Very
the key,
nice.
Very nice.
Hey, you know what this reminds me of? You, Paul, you were actually in I think it's my first book. I mentioned it.
Yeah, you used me as psychopath number one or something.
I don't know where it is because the first book was organized differently, but I mentioned you in this thing.
What did you
Yeah, you know they
say?
have what is it?
Honorable
What is
mention.
that? A glossary and an index for those kind of things.
Hey, this isn't a
See
textbook.
here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna find it because I really want to reference our. Oh, look, there's a podcast reference. No, that's not you.
Mm.
All right, I did something though. I really did.
And I know,
You
and I remember you also interviewed. You're like, oh, I need to interview somebody with depression. I'm like, hello,
Yeah,
pick me,
exactly.
hello.
Well,
'Cause
this
I was
all-
still hiding mine at the time.
Right.
Yeah, right now, I'm looking at my previous book, The Laughing Cure. So just because people are confused, like we were just talking about the new one, but I can't find it. Paul, do you know where it is? Do you know that you're in
What
here?
did he say?
No, I
Where's the
thought
sign?
you. I remember you saying something, but I was like, really?
It
Okay.
is. Well, you know, I wrote it like 8
Okay.
years ago, so I can't. I should have flagged it before I got here. That's why I brought it in. Actually, I was going to show. Bring this up. Paul's in this book.
And we'll go to that in
Yeah.
just a moment. But tell me, okay, so your first book was 8 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years ago, and I think I came here after that one was published.
Oh, there I am, right on the cover.
There you go.
Oh, there I am.
The laughing cure.
Oh, there- okay.
Yeah.
He's the one. No, the reference to you in that book is not very interesting. You know, like it doesn't.
Well, then it's in true form.
It's a short reference about how I dragged you to Yosemite. Like that was
Oh.
because that was a thing in there, and I don't know where I put it, but you know, remember when I took him?
Yeah, you dragged me.
Oh, I dragged you.
Because you had actually asked me, so, when was the last time you had been to Yosemite? And
Right,
I said,
because the
never.
assumption is, Paul, the assumption is if you live in California your entire life, especially if you're from Bay Area, you've been to Yosemite already. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that was the thing. And
But
then,
that's not really true, though.
oh, it's
No.
not.
No,
Oh my
I
God.
had never
I've never
gone.
been.
Oh my
I
God.
was-
Oh my God. Do I have to drag everyone in this room to Yosemite right now?
Yes.
Please, we need a vacation.
It's I'm sorry, but
It's only
I've been many a time,
Yeah,
but
there
just
you-
be
thank
good.
you,
But I was
Christine.
not born in California.
And it's only 90 miles away from our house,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I found out that Paul had never
Oh, I
been.
still
I said, like,
haven't
hey, when's the
been. I went
last
to the
time?
Grand Canyon. That's not Yosemite. I still haven't been.
I'm gonna smack you.
No, you still
I'm gonna hit you so hard.
Oh, uh-oh.
How can you not have gone to Yosemite yet?
I have never been.
It's so absurd.
Because I'm not outdoorsy.
It's so. It doesn't matter.
Like,
Look
I
at it through the
don't
window of a
exercise,
car.
remember? I
You know?
exercise. That
That's funny.
Or
Stay-
can't be either.
Walk.
Take
I
an
gotta have
air-conditioned
shoes that are
car with
proper.
music playing. Stay inside the car. Look out the window at the beauty, and then go home. I mean, like it doesn't matter. There's a bar in Yosemite. You can just get
Yeah.
drunk there. I'm just saying.
Well, I guess we're going after.
Okay.
Let's just go out.
But the
let's
whole
go.
point, and now my point is lost because
I'm
you
sorry.
guys are a bunch
Because
of
we're Californians and had never been to Yosemite. That was the point.
oh my god.
I'm
Have
sorry.
you been to
Okay.
Alcatraz?
I've never been to Alcatraz.
No.
Do I look like I want to go to prison?
I was gonna say I did.
Several times.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I did 5
so
years.
I kind of feel like if you live in San Francisco, of course, you have to go to Alcatraz, right? It's just part of your thing.
Yeah.
But definitely you have to go to Yosemite. It's like the most incredible place in the world. And you're just like, yeah,
I
you know
need
what? I
shoes.
live
Buy
3
me
hours
shoes.
from it, whatever. You
I
know?
need better shoes. I'll go.
All right, you can
I
go in
need
these
what?
boots.
I cannot
These
go
are-
in
Can you
these.
show the
I like
camera
the
the
boots.
How-
You guys
how
go to
am
these
I
boots.
gonna-
You fit change in there.
All right, so I want
Look
to.
at that. Look at that. Here we go. Those boots even have a little like packet on them, so you
Yeah.
can put your essentials, like your hiking supplies. I'm not talking, and I'm not talking. Listen to me. I'm not talking about
Give
hiking.
me
All right.
some
I'm talking about you can
Timberlands.
just go
Buy me
and
some
look at it and say, "Ooh, this is nice," and then go to the bar and watch TikToks on your phone. Like,
Yeah.
We don't even have TikTok.
good. Nobody does.
TikTok.
Did you see they're trying to ban it now?
Yeah.
Like hard.
Yeah.
Well, they started with all the government people getting it off their phone. They said no more government employees can have TikTok on their phone like 3 months ago. And I'm like, really? Because government employees had TikTok on their phone?
phones.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Okay. So,
Government employees are people who can't make it in the free market. Like, really, when it comes down to it,
I want to thank our live listeners on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook,
Thank you guys.
Twitter, and Africa TV. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
That's it.
Oh, is that what he thinks about us? Well, let's see how he feels about having his driver's license revoked.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't feel good, guys.
So now we've got listeners or viewers on all these things, but now we're on a thing that's called Africa TV, which is out of Taiwan.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And so I think that's the new thing it's going to be.
Wow.
I'm just letting you guys know. So,
Well,
new thing that
we
Trump's
don't
gonna
mind
ban.
TikTok.
oh, and just to let you know, I know I really told you guys all this. Every time you pick up and put your camera down, it sounds like it's on mic.
All right.
Oh,
But no, you're
okay.
good. I just wanted to let you know.
We won't even be.
No, you should. I think you should.
All right.
But just don't
Fine.
tap tap. Otherwise, it sounds like kittens up on the table tap dancing.
I'm just trying.
Exactly.
I just thought I'd try to record a little bit of background footage.
No, you should. You
Yeah.
should. You should definitely
But,
do that. Keep doing that.
All right. But I don't. Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
See, that was good. I didn't
All
even
right.
hear that hit
All
the
right,
table.
good. All right.
All right.
All right. So hopefully, if you guys are watching us, we got good sound quality, video quality. But if not, it's just another Edge Studios production. All right.
Another one.
Oh man.
So
Another day here in
you had a hard time getting kitten here today.
You know.
Okay. No. First
Okay,
of all,
I did actually.
no, because he didn't go by the regular time.
Oh yeah.
Everyone who knows me knows tack on 20, 30 minutes.
Right.
To whatever I say. That's just the way it is. So he fucking texts me.
Per
He's
eye.
on
Per
his
eye
way.
makeup.
Yes, totally. It's like a thing.
Right.
Okay? It's literally just how I am built. It's kitten time. That's what it is. It's kitten time.
See,
okay?
and she's claiming to be a normie. I'm just.
That some things are. It's in my blood. Okay. I
I
can't
know. I
change
showed
that.
up, and
He
you
texted
were.
me at 10 after 12. I'm on my way. And so I literally put, well, I'm not going to be ready till 1, which
Yeah,
translates
That's
to
fine.
1:20,
You know what
1:30.
normies would do in that situation, right?
Say I'm not coming?
A true normie would say, "I'm not ready yet. Come on upstairs." You know.
No.
Instead, she's got me double parking in South
At
San
not the
Francisco.
right place, first of all. He wasn't
Yeah.
even at my building.
Well,
He's
that
like,
is
I'm
true.
over here at Lila's Community Center or
What the
whatever.
heck?
And I'm
That's
like, what
that's Google's. That's Google's fault.
I'm like, you
That's
can't
it.
If
come
you
to
weren't
the
married, I would say you were like grazing for a date.
Yeah.
At the community
Okay.
center, right? What's going
I
on?
don't know what this place was, but that was
Open it up.
Google's fault. I was like half a block away from your building.
I know.
Well, my point is,
so, at the wrong
I don't
time.
even have a point. He brought it up.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, my point. Yeah.
It's
So my
kitten
point.
time, okay?
It was kitten time.
And you
Kitten
know
time.
that.
I totally
You
know that.
know
That's why he said, "Is this?" He goes, "When do I cut and bail?" I
Yeah.
think he said at some point, and I said,
You said it's too early. Wait,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
give
well,
it 10 more minutes.
it's
Give
like-
that 10 more minutes.
I told him it's like getting him to the Greek. You ever seen the movie
Yeah.
with Russell Brand?
Yes.
She's
Such a
she's
good
Russell Brand.
That's
I know.
look,
I know.
I am Russell
Yeah.
I
Brand.
get that. No, I totally get that.
But you
hair.
don't get it because you didn't even know. Like you act like you don't even know me. Like, you
all I'm
just- like, you
saying
just
is, if I
met-
show up early, say, "Hey, come on up." You know, that's all I'm saying.
No, because I'm up in there. I'm in the zone of all.
I'm in the
these
zone.
things. I cannot be.
That's
it's like
funny.
a symphony. You
I
don't
know.
interrupt.
And
the
I like
symphony.
this. I like what you put together too.
Okay.
This St. Patrick's Day
Thank
theme.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
good. I'm Irish.
My shirt is
and all
Willie
that.
Nelson.
We had a
I'm
neighbor wouldn't
feeling
even
really-
open her door if she didn't have her on her makeup and her hair.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
Yeah,
No.
not even open her door.
Was she
Even
at
to her
least-
significant other. He was like, he has never seen her without her makeup on.
Wow.
He
that's-
walk in and turn on the light. She's like, turn that off. I ain't got no face off.
Which you always see me without my hair on,
Yes, I do.
Christine. So that's kind of weird.
I like the little blue ponytail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
It
Okay.
matches your shirt.
It- see a Brandon Ray?
Yeah, it screams. It screams middle-aged dad.
Yeah. Well, I got that dad bod. So then I'm also wearing the shirt from like 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the reason is it's a South Pole shirt because it's cold.
Throwback.
And the guy's a DJ and there's wind blowing and snow blowing and it's all about blow.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh huh.
No. Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm so sad. I'm so
honestly,
sad.
I
I
never
don't.
read that much into
Yeah.
a South Pole shirt. Really. Like,
Really.
I have so many of those I picked up from Marshalls. You know?
And I think I've got them in my closet right now. So
Brandon, did you dye that?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, you did the hair?
Yesterday. Yeah, I do hair.
Nice. Oh,
Are
you
you
do?
still using
Oh,
the
wow.
same brand?
2016.
Can you do anything about mine?
Yeah.
All right.
You can give him frosted tips.
You have that, what's the stuff that grows hair? That keeps.
Bosley?
Oh, yeah.
Rogaine?
Bosley.
Rogaine.
There's a Bosley
Or
word?
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
just want
Rogaine.
some- I want some. I want to weave.
Or actually, Bosley's we get a treatment to grow hair back. But
We could do that. I could like take you shopping for hair one day. That would be
yeah.
fun,
Cool. That
and
is
we'll
super
put
cool.
different types of hair on you.
Yeah.
wigs are
Yeah.
fun. I actually never had a wig.
Oh, that
thing.
was so in kittens.
My wheelhouse, right?
that is your toolbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have a little of that. I guess.
okay, so Brian, you've been on the road. You've
Yeah.
been on the road like usual.
Yeah.
And
This week is I'm back on the road as usual though, so it's been kind of fun. It's been a little different than the way I've been doing it for the past few years. You know.
right.
Dan's family.
Yeah, that's the major change in my life. I have a family now.
Yeah, I know. I saw them, and it was kind of cool. You didn't adopt them; they had kind of adopted you.
That's right. Well,
Thank
I kind of helped make one of them.
Yeah, you did.
Really, you know.
He
But
was only half there. Don't
yeah.
lie.
the funny thing to me that I just realized in my own head is Paul's like, what have you been doing for the past? And I'm like, I don't know. I wrote some books. I'm like in that mindset of like I just want to promo my crap. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I love
no,
it. See,
I have a
you're
kid.
back in this one.
I have a kid. I have a wife. I have a crazy.
You got a
normal-
house?
I'm kind of a normie.
You
a
are a
little bit,
normie.
you know? It's like
Yeah.
we both really normed out.
God,
you
no,
know?
it's such a disaster.
It's tough, man.
Like, what happened?
This is the edge, right? We still call it the edge.
Yeah,
of
the weird thing is we haven't dropped many f-bombs.
Oh,
We haven't had too many bad things happen yet.
Nobody's fought yet.
Nobody's fought.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never fought.
All our clothes are still on.
Yeah,
It's weird.
that's another thing. Yeah, that's a good
I have a collar shirt
Do we
on.
still call it the edge of insanity, or is it just the edge?
Yeah, I think it's almost just the edge at this point,
Yeah.
right? Because we don't know which side of it we're on.
Yeah.
But we've had a lot of strange things in studio.
Oh, yeah.
We've
some good
had
stuff.
people have sex in
Oh,
studio
wow.
before.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah.
We did.
You don't remember the Sibian?
Oh, not in this studio.
Well,
Well,
in
in
You
the
mean
show.
I
in
don't
Edge
understand.
Studios.
I'm sorry.
in Edge
We're
Studios.
talking about in the history of the
We
world.
did.
the history of our
yeah,
shows.
I remember we did a photo
Yeah,
shoot.
I wasn't
here.
there, but I heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
I
We did the
intentionally
photo
did
shoot with Katie.
that.
Yep,
Oh.
like a nude photo shoot in here
I was
on
not
air,
there for that
which
either.
is kind of a strange concept saying it out loud now. But it's not like we were streaming it or anything. It
Right.
it was literally over the radio, and you could just hear comedians going, "Oh my god, oh my!" like David Gabori is like, "This is the best day ever," you know.
And I remember because it was the other studio over on 5th and Clara,
Yeah.
and it was so hot because
Yeah.
of your lighting equipment
yeah.
that the poor girl was drenched.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
wow.
it
Don't
was
act like
crazy.
that didn't make
Yeah.
it better.
Well, it did for us guys. It
it
really
kinda
kind of
did.
added to it.
Even
But
for her too, it was like her hair. It made her hair look really good. It was just it was a good shoot. But thankfully, hey, another change over the past 5-10 years or whatever. We no longer use those hot lights.
That's right.
We LEDs.
yeah, everything's
baby.
LED
Yeah.
or ring lights or
and,
something.
and they are so much better, more portable, and they don't
less power consumption,
Yeah.
and they're just as bright, if not brighter.
and they don't burn your model while
Oh,
you're
definitely.
Yeah.
You don't want to burn them.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
So
We also had Frank Chu in the studio together.
We did, and I saw Frank Chu not long ago and went up
Really?
to him. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that because I was actually a little concerned if he's still around because he's you don't see a lot of posts about him or anything.
And I thought I took a picture of him and sent it to you.
yeah, no,
Because right when I saw him, I'm like, "Hey, Frank," and of course, yeah, he remembers me.
yeah,
Not.
of course.
And
He
so,
remembers everybody.
yeah, what was it? The 12 Galaxies.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't had 12 Galaxies on his sign for a long time. Anybody who doesn't know who we're talking about, there's a very very well-known street performer in San Francisco had just been walking around with a sign, like a protest sign. You know what we're talking about, right? Yeah. And with crazy gibberish on it. And he's not all there either.
Crazy to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy to us.
Right. It makes
but
perfect sense to him.
Yeah. So,
He'll claim that he's, there's like, the Bill. He used to say Bill Clinton forced him and his family to be in a TV show. You know.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah, that was a good one.
Like the Truman Show.
Did I ever tell you how I went hot tubbing with Frank Chu?
Oh, jeez, no.
I was at a party, and with a lot of other San Franciscans who really admire Frank Chu, and somebody had his phone number and invited him to the party too, and so he comes to the party, and there's a point where we're all getting naked to get in the hot tub,
Oh, wow.
and I get in, of course, I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was down with stripping, and then which is part of the reason why I was like, yeah, I like this chick, but then my some other friends, we all got naked, and then Frank just without any hesitation or any shame, he just like strips down, puts a sign down.
Oh,
and then strips down and jumps in a hot tub.
By the way, here's Frank Chu for you guys. This is a little picture of Frank Chu, so you guys know.
Oh, there.
There's Frank Chu.
There you go.
So,
I've seen that man's wiener.
oh, that's scary when you haven't seen your own, but you've seen someone else's. All right, cool. That's so sweet.
I see mine in the mirror. I see it on my wife's OnlyFans page.
Now you are you're a man of many talents, Brian. You're a photographer, you're a lecturer, you're an author, you're a comedian, and you're a gawker for the most part.
A gawker?
Well, yeah, I mean you're checking out, like you have as a photographer, you're taking pictures of everything.
No, I'm not taking pictures now. I'm filming video.
No, I meant like your wife, scenery.
Yeah.
No matter what, you've constantly got some device filming something.
Right. I think as part of that is because I enjoy photography and video, but also it's like I have a really bad memory for stuff, So you know what I got. I've done photo shoots with Kitten, which I hardly remember, so we need to do another one.
Okay.
All right, we can do one.
I think I hardly remember the last one in LA. Yeah.
Oh, the LA one was great. That was good.
Was it?
Yeah, in the kitchen with the. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'll be honest. Some people often ask me how I got into photography, and it's actually kind of like it was a long time ago. Like I was I was just maybe a year or two outside of high school, and I'm in college. My brother says something to me in reference to a friend of ours, and he's like, "You remember that guy?" And I didn't. Like I didn't have any memory of this dude. You know what I mean? I was like, he wasn't like a close friend or anything, but I was like, oh my! I realized that memory fades, and then at that point I also realized I didn't have any pictures of any of my current friends. You know what I mean? And so I just started making a point to take pictures, and that led. And I had a shitty little camera that I borrowed from my mom. It had that like 110 film. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it just snowballed. I upgraded every year, got more and more interested in it for the art, and it just kind of became. But it really was about like memory preserving, That was what got me interested in it. Yeah. Before then, I was just like, why do I want a picture? Yeah. I'll just draw something. And then, because I was like, pictures aren't art. That's just recreating, the real life. But no. Mm-hmm. So that was what got me into it originally.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I still do that.
Yeah,
and I always tell them, "Oh no, you got to video it." And they're like, "Why?" And I say, "Cause someday I'm gonna have Alzheimer's or something, and I won't remember."
We're super privileged to live in a time period where we have so many images of us. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine?
You go on Google and search your name. There's pictures.
Yeah, can you? I mean, it doesn't take more than like a generation or two to get to a point where people have no pictures of their childhood. You know what I mean? And so.
Yeah.
My kid's gonna have lots of pictures.
Yeah, I know that I started off with my first son in '92. That I took so much video, even of his birth, all the way through X amount of years, and then with every kid, it kind of trailed off a little bit. But now we're in that video-centric age once again that it's happening, and so. It's good to have documentary or documentation of what happened, what was happening then, but. Even I think it was at the Super Bowl. What was it, Rihanna?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they showed the audience, and the entire audience had like their phones out,
Right.
And they
For
were
the
all
flashlight.
They do it for the
Yeah, that was
It's
the
for
flash.
the flashlight.
Yeah.
Right, for the
That's
flashlight,
great.
and so it looks like a star
Yeah,
in
and
the
she
sky.
Yeah,
actually
she
was
actually
very
asked them to
marveled.
bring them out. She said,
Okay.
"Everybody, put your phones out." No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch
Yeah.
But
I didn't
she-
watch
you
that.
can even see on her face that
Riri
she
said so.
took the
That's
time
right.
to appreciate that. You know, it was nice seeing her reaction to that though, because she was there and she took a minute to actually appreciate the view for a second, and I thought that was really cool.
Right, and that was kind of interesting the way she kind of announced her. What was it? Almost the gender reveal, but not really. No,
So
it was just that she was
She's
pregnant.
She is a Super Bowl. Oh, she was pregnant.
She's
See,
pregnant.
Yeah,
again.
she opened up her
Yeah,
coat and showed that
literally
she was
just
pregnant.
Had, first of all, worst outfit ever. Okay.
Rihanna
All
had
red.
an
Why?
outfit.
Like it's so gross. I mean, it's just sorry, my bad. Again, this is me now. Maybe in 10 years I won't think it's gross, but I think
I don't
it's
like
gross
all
now.
red.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it was.
It
gross.
was so
It was weird and
it was
frumpy.
Wait,
so
was that the
unflattering.
Doja
So
Cat?
unflattering.
So
Red?
frumpy. It was
Oh.
frumpy and weird. I don't know.
I didn't watch it. I guess I should.
I didn't really watch it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if it was supposed to match, all the crazy white suited people on the
think
rest
they
of the
They're called
matched
ground.
her.
marshmallow dancers or
I
something.
think they matched her.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
but it was like a whole thing. I was like, oh, this.
A lot of
that
dancers
it?
are red.
Yeah.
It's like symbolism.
She's
or
so much
something,
prettier
right?
I
than
know.
I didn't
that
really like
Part
the
of it
symbolism.
is right, and
Yeah.
part because you can tell like which dancer was a man and which dancer
Yeah.
was a woman by putting him in that type of attire, and I kind of understand
It's like a big
where you're
poncho or
trying to
something.
go.
It looks
Yeah.
hideous.
Huh.
that.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely didn't see that.
And I know it's cold. I appreciate that, but we could do something warm and cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Not to be dogging her.
I think the fact that
But I
her
think she's
the
great.
jacket or
The
whatever
style.
it was that she because she unzipped it afterwards is what we
Right.
found out,
Uh,
right?
yeah.
hmm
But it's the exact same color as her like
Like the whole
Jumpsuit
It
that
looks
she's
like
wearing.
a trash
It's
bag
just-
to me.
I think if it had been a different
color.
color, it would have
A very,
maybe
very
looked a little
expensive
different.
track.
Very expensive.
But with it all the same color, it looks like it's one piece, and like
it just
And
it was
then-
made out of a trash bag.
and then
it
the
just
bra-
did not flow well.
Well,
off
and
her.
then the bra thing is like a latex thing.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it is the latex thing.
Yeah,
But I just feel like it could have been
done better.
better.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're gonna go that route.
A
it
better
was,
outfit, please.
Like put more detail or something.
Dude, I
I
really
don't
want to find that
differentiate
reference to Paul in here.
certain parts.
So we're gonna do this. So we're a couple minutes over what I wanted to do, but that's okay because there's
It's a
one part of our
reunion
crew that's
show.
not here today.
Oh,
It's
who's
not
that?
here,
Oh,
and he's
Oh,
not.
yep.
He's not on the
here.
Watching
phone.
us.
He is watching and listening to us. He's probably downloading this podcast right now. If I know him, but it's Patrick. It's Patrick
Yeah.
Carlin,
Yeah.
We miss
and
him.
we really miss him a
Yeah.
lot.
And Marlene.
And
Marlene too,
Marlene. This month, I think, marks 2 years that Marlene's been gone.
Crazy.
And then next month will be 1 year since Patrick's been gone.
Yeah.
And so we just didn't feel right doing this show without a little bit of Patrick.
Right.
So what we're going to do is, what I did is I went and grabbed some random one. Don't know what he's going to say because we never knew
We
what the
never
hell he
knew.
was
Is this
going
from
to
a
say.
prior show? Is this from a prior
This is
show?
a prior show.
Okay.
I just want to play at least we have a 10-minute snippet, but we can while you're looking, while we're all taking your breath, if anybody needs to run to the restroom, this is your time.
Yeah.
But we'll come back. You guys are listening. You also get to check out a little slideshow. We have a few
Oh,
images of
very
Patrick,
Oh, there.
and we're gonna share it with you guys. But here's our buddy, our pal, Patrick Carlin with the 420 shout out, guys.
Love
Hopefully this goes.
They're not. They're crunching out.
Oh,
Hey, there he
crunchy
goes.
sliders.
Yeah, crunchy sliders. All right, guys, you know what time it is.
it's that time.
It's that time.
It's that time.
It's that time. It's 422 on the right coast, and as far as I'm concerned, it is 422 on the left coast. Joining us usually live from WDST in upstate New York. But right now, he's somewhere in the deep, deep woods, chilling out at the Old Stoner Cafe. Give it up for our boy Patrick Carlin, everybody. Yahoo!
Hiya. Who are you talking with there, Paul?
No, it's just Christine and I. Just Christine and I.
Two of you?
Yeah, we had Mike out there. He's doing some stuff. Our station is no longer live right now. We are dead in the water.
Okay.
So there's no live broadcast. What they're trying to do is fix whatever technical error we have. So we're recording this show. And so that way we can upload it manually. But so we're being heard, but just not live.
That's cool. man.
Happy Father's Day. Let us be the first ones to wish that to you.
I told him that this morning on Doug's show, and all I said was, let me tell you something. Don't hit your kids. Boom.
Right,
Boom.
right.
That's all I got to say about Father's
Don't
Day.
beat 'em.
You want to have a happy family, don't hit your kids. And I've been thinking some more shit about Father's Day since then, you know. But I love that. I love it because they put things in my mind that get me thinking of different subjects. You know, you're doing stand-up. You know what I'm talking about. You get a guy gets up there and says fucking the moon is part of Mars. And that's fucking material, dude. Especially if he's running your country. And all this shit is coming at you free. I'm sure you observe this and live by it.
Are you talking about this jerk we have in the office?
Everybody.
Well, everybody's
The
country's nuts. You know.
Happening every day. Free fucking material.
Well, yeah. I mean, life is like that. So as long as you can live and breathe and you can observe people and be part of the human experience, there's always material. Now, depending on the type of shit we have going on, we were just talking about the news cycle. The news cycle's coming at us so rapidly. I don't even have time to lower my standards. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's like holy shit, everything's shocking. That's why I was talking about this with another comedian. We can't be shocking. Comedians can't be shocking on stage anymore because the most shocking person there is has a microphone. Is him. Right.
You made the political center ring.
Right. So we don't have to be shock and awe. We just have to be smart.
He went from Barker to fucking ringmaster, this dude. And it's wonderful. We don't watch it. We watch fucking 74 TCM and shit like that. We watch the old movies, and we see how long we can go without even getting any news from anybody. And I'm not going to watch by 20 motherfuckers who have a whole lot to say about social shit because I know they feel right. I know basically they're good human beings. But you gotta get shit done. And so I just enjoy the show. I don't get myself in a stew. And
so you would rather watch? It sounds like you would definitely rather watch Turner Classic Movies than any news-related thing. I know Christine's like that too. Every time we go by news, it's off because it's depressing for the most part.
Oh yeah, you go back, you watch Turner Classic Movies, and you'll see a fucking movie from 1953, and the cars look great, and shit's happening, and you know,
a movie with a storyline and some sort of plot and good actors and.
You see some fucking acting. We saw today. You be sure and tell Mike that we saw Richard Widmark today in Pickup on South Street, my friend, with Jean Peters, a beautiful girl who married fucking Howard Hughes, and was with him through the weird years of Kleenex boxes on his feet and shit. It's amazing to have having a whole lot of bread isn't the answer to fucking a happy life. And it's nice. You got to observe shit like that. And I got no keys. I got no answers for anyone. You all got to play your own fucking violin.
Well,
you see shit of you're grounded and all that father shit. And we can't have dinner till Dad gets home. What are you, fucking nuts? What are you, fucking crazy? The kids are hungry now. Let them fucking eat. Grow up, assholes. And you do your fucking family a favor and don't have a lot of goddamn rules. I would say have a happy F day. It's like happy F day, Father's Day.
Well, I think if you have two parents in the home, depending if you have that luxury of having both parents in the home. If one's a little bit more stricter than the other, which usually tends to be, that there's some sort of balance between the two. There's almost what should be in our government. There's checks and balances, right? Unless the kids kids know how to manipulate. We know that. They'll go to the right parent for the right thing. I'll go ask mom this. I'll go ask dad that. And so they kind of know which way some will go on certain questions, and they may play to a certain one or The worst thing is if the kid asks you, don't tell the other one. You can't do that.
Oh no, we didn't have that. We were so fortunate. The kids were 20 months apart, and they might as well have been fucking twins. And they were just. I can't think of anything like that. I went one time. We were going through the fucking Mayfair was a marketplace, like an AMP or some shit.
Right.
And we went through there, and we went through a little drugstore. And as you left the drugstore, they had these little matchbox. They were wonderful things. They're made in England, and they're about the size of a matchbox, and they're little cars or trucks or shit like that. And I said to Dennis, I said, hey, which one do you want there, man? Oh, I like that one there, Dad, like with the tractor. I said, yeah, there you go. And he says, and get one for Packy. And, just automatic. Just fucking automatic, man. And when we were out one day, I had the two of them together with me. We were in a fucking hardware store. And the next thing, I'm shooting the shit with the hardware dude. And the next thing I see is the two of them heading for the front door carrying a big hose. Yeah, I said, hey, I said, that ain't cool. Put that thing back. Oh, sure thing, Dad. And all they ever heard from us, if something was, we'd say that ain't cool, and that would be, that was it. And we one Easter Sunday, so yeah, when you get dressed up, Dennis was, I guess, about 3.5 or 4. He had a little gray suit on, a little short pants, gray suit. And he's out by the Dusty Millers in the front yard, sliding down on the dirt in this fucking suit. We broke up. Me and Marlene fucking laughed, man. And one time they did the whole living room in fucking Ready Whip. Fucking Whip, man. And we thought that was just funny. And I'd let them jump off the landing at the stairs onto fucking pillows and shit like that, and use none of that stay off the couch shit. They had a guy who beat the shit out of a kid. I read about shit like this because people are so fucked up the way they bring up kids. Stories sometimes just stop me. One of these righteous fucking families beat the shit out of the kid because he, quote, stole candy from the candy dish on the fucking living room table or something. I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir with you guys.
Well, the funniest thing I've ever seen is I worked for a video store. It was pretty much for all intents and purposes, it was a record store. Yeah. But it had everything from at that time period, which was mid to late 80s, early 90s. There were like CDs and there was VHS tapes and stuff like that. Yeah. So anyway, this kid, I don't know, he must have been about 12 years old, stole a Playboy centerfold, it was like the calendar video with all the girls for the year.
He stole it?
Yeah, he stole it. And it's like, it wasn't X-rated, but it was definitely R. It was like topless girls.
Oh, yeah. He's 12 years old. Give me a fucking break.
And he stuffs it down his pants. He gets out the door with it. Of course, he's shopping with his dad. Yeah. Gets out the door with it. I guess Dad realizes what he did. Grabs him by the scruff of his shirt, almost like he's a puppy.
All right, guys, we're back. I'm sorry for the first minute and a half there. He was echoey, but that was Patrick. Give it up for Patrick Carlin, everybody.
You miss those conversations.
Yeah,
I do too. I mean,
hey,
go ahead.
Since it's been 10 years and we're on the, well, I don't know how long it's been really, but we're on the reunion show and we miss Patrick and stuff. How did Patrick become involved with the Edge of Insanity?
Wow, that's a great question. I know that it originally started off is that, and was it you and I that went to that show? Yes, it was. It was you and I that went to the Throckmorton.
Yeah.
To meet with Kelly Carlin.
She was. Oh, that's right. She was
Remember
there.
We went to
right.
the Carlin Home Companion. which was a one-woman
Yeah.
show that was a 2-hour show.
Yeah. You know what I remember? Because again, pictures, right? Pictures are memories.
Yeah, I remember when I
I
was in the
remember
bathroom at this
Robin.
one.
I remember Robin Williams, Paul Provenza, everybody else, you know. But yeah, I don't think I have a photo of Kelly, and so that's why I kind of forgot that that's why we were there at the Throckmorton that day.
Yeah, she had invited us to the show, and it was great because, like you said, you actually got a picture with 2 or 3 luminaries at that
Yeah.
point. It was Mort Saul, it was Robin Williams, Paul Provenza, and then also Father Guido Sarducci.
Yep.
And so I was in the restroom at the time, and you're like, "I'll just go ahead and fill Paul's spot."
Yeah.
But I was privy to something really cool. I was privy to, I was sitting out behind the table. There was a table right by the green room for the Throckmorton, and I didn't really know. It's a little two-top table, and I sat at it, waiting for whatever the intermission to be over, and I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, who comes over and sits with me? Mort Saul.
Okay.
Didn't realize it was his table. They had that there for Mort, and it's like, oh, okay. And it was the intermission, and I forget, she had actually left it in a really kind of dark and weird place at that intermission. Everybody was kind of like, wow, that was a crazy story.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and Mort Saul's sitting there, and I go, oh, hi. And then I realize I'm sitting at his table. Should I leave? And he goes, oh, no, sit. Introduce myself. Then Robin comes over.
Okay.
And he goes, wasn't that a great way to lead into the intermission? Kind of left us all kind of like, I forget what the story was.
Yeah.
But then he starts telling a story about how one Christmas in New York, they had a Christmas tree. And Kelly wanted to show off the Christmas tree to like a neighbor or a friend. But they couldn't really tell Kelly that the Christmas tree was a pot plant that they had decorated.
So Kelly
And
was
so,
like,
so Robin Williams is telling this, like this close to me, to Mort Saul.
wow.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, to be a fly on the wall.
You
Right.
were a
You
fly on the
were.
wall.
I
What are you
was,
talking
literally.
about to be a fly on the wall? You were sitting there, Paul.
Doing that.
Yeah.
So how did I got to know Patrick through his ex, or through George's ex, through his daughter, and then different people around him. And it just kind of grew into this relationship online to where we started talking about things, and he realized that I was a Carlin historian, if you will, and that I could actually pull out facts that he didn't remember.
Yeah.
And Patrick was a Rolodex of memories. He could tell you what day it was, what was in the oven,
Totally.
everything. And so,
The memory that man had.
oh yeah,
Blew
oh
my
my
mind.
gosh.
Incredible.
Blew my mind. I'm like, I don't remember last week.
Right.
I want
I've been
1/10 of his
sober and
memory.
I don't remember last week.
And he would do these things. I remember certain times when he would be talking about, oh, I remember this. We would play him songs because he would be sitting there going, oh, I remember this song, The Ink Spots, 1934, whatever.
I was here there.
And and he would be like, I could see my mother dancing across the front room with the record playing.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow.
It was snowing outside.
It was
Right.
snowing outside. It was
outside.
30 degrees.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I was wearing blue
Wow.
shoes.
Yeah.
Well,
It would just blow your mind on
to be
this
to be
guy.
fair though, like that was the only pair of shoes he had.
Oh.
No,
Now-
he just liked them.
Now, I'm going to go through some pictures here.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
because I
are
want.
these Edge memories?
These are off of Kitten's Corner. That's
Okay.
right.
There you go.
Edge Corner.
You guys can still check out Kitten's Corner
It's
on
still up
Facebook.
there.
It's
Corner.
2Ks.
And it-
2Ks.
He's
Okay.
1K away from
No,
being
yeah,
canceled.
Yeah.
1K away from being canceled. So
Yeah.
this is us
Yeah,
in
yeah.
T Radio B Studios,
Yeah.
which we're actually kitty corner to us here. We're at 7th and Market. It was at Post and Market
Yes.
Right,
at
right.
the cable car turnaround. This is the inside of those studios.
Yeah, man.
And this was, believe it or not, this was just a regular show. Had nothing to do with pot.
It did not.
No, it was
I-
actually a
it's-
420 show.
Wasn't like your regular show always about pot?
It was, because I was the host, yes. And
I mean-
so,
It was Halloween.
and I loved doing stuff like that. I loved going to these different places with you, to different events, to different studios, and
Oh
the
my
stuff
God,
we had.
Folsom Street Fair.
Even Folsom.
Oh.
Oh my God. That'll get us in trouble.
All right, let's
Tony,
do
Tony,
let's
if
do
you're
the
listening.
let's do the Folsom
Tony.
pictures.
I know they're on there.
Yeah, I know we have
With
plenty.
Juan
So
Carlos from Juan Carlos.
let me see here. Oh, there's one of you.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Did I take that?
You did.
Oh, here's your logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go
Carl.
back here.
This is all
Right.
Carl.
Okay,
There
so
we
I like your red hair in
There
that.
we go.
there's one.
That's some good old times right there.
There you go.
My
I
little-
called this the ottoman. You're using my foot like a-
My foot's.
Hey, at least you get to get close.
That's right. You can't see where her heel's at.
You might be furniture, but at least you're allowed in the same space.
Yeah.
This one I called the chalk outline.
Oh,
I know.
Ah, nice.
And so, yes, these all kind of make sense.
This is our typical, and I worked the night before and haven't been to bed yet.
Right.
that's why you're on the floor.
That's my idea. Oh, let's lay down. Okay, make
There-
total sense.
You are gonna do so well as a normie.
You see here, I'm trying to
I'm
see.
gonna leave this
I
life
know.
behind and go get a picket fence in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh
that?
yeah, not this guy.
Speaking of Millham,
Oh, gosh,
Oh,
here we
that
go.
comedy day.
Comedy
Who's that
Day.
chick?
Here we
That's
go.
Comedy Day
A
right
comedy
there.
day. We can almost see it's the
Does
35th
Comedy Day
annual.
still happen?
Yeah.
You went last year was
Oh,
rained
Oh,
out though.
really?
2013
Look, rained
Comedy
out.
Day.
Rained out.
Ooh, okay, I did
That's
take
an
that
oldie.
picture, didn't I?
Yes, that's your hand.
That is
Alright.
probably.
Oh, because I was the
Probably.
VIP pass. That
Yeah. And there's one. Here you go.
There
Look
you
at that.
go.
Yeah, that's me
There's
right
you,
there.
Yeah.
Kitten and Misha.
See that cowboy hat I'm wearing? It's kind of prophecy that I'd moved to
Yeah.
Texas. Really.
Yeah, right?
All right. So this is Comedy Day. Comedy Day is kind of the company picnic for comics
Right.
here in the San Francisco Bay.
I heard they're not. gonna do
Misha, I
it.
see Misha every once in a while
There's the
on
crowd
the
at Comedy
road.
Day that
He
year.
pops up in the weirdest places.
Does he?
Yeah.
So you know where I saw.
Last time I saw him was Omaha, Nebraska. If you
Really?
yeah, I'm saying like that's not a place that I would expect to see somebody I knew from San Francisco.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
You know where I saw him? I was watching the show. Oh my gosh, now I can't remember. It was a Showtime show.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And it was like the pilot or the second show, and they do this thing supposed to be taking place in the 70s.
Oh.
And they kind of, it's like somebody, it's the cameraman, but it's supposed to be whoever's walking through this club in the 70s.
Mhm.
And it's like people were doing coke at the bar. And, doing
And he
this
was
that.
in that.
He was in at the, and it's funny because it looked like something he would normally wear, and his hair and everything looked just like him. And it was,
They're like, come as you are.
it was,
You're perfect.
you know what it was? It's the one that's the knockoff of the Comedy Store.
Oh yeah.
The one that's supposed to be
Yes. Just
Goldie's.
like it.
It's supposed to be Goldie's. And matter of fact, Rick Overton is in it.
Yes,
Huh.
yes.
So it's that one. It's the opening. So that's
well,
where
that
I
makes
saw him,
total sense.
doesn't
But
it?
he would, yeah.
So
I want
okay.
to see some more. I want to see some more of our old show
Okay.
pictures,
Outside of
man.
that-
Let's see what else we
Pretty
got.
good.
We can.
I'm gonna have a lot of
those are-
memes.
The cool thing is I can just.
Yeah, you don't show the memes. That's not. That's, Sam Jackson has a cat face.
Well, the funny thing is they can't see these. I'm not sharing these
Okay,
with
good.
you. yet.
So it's
Okay,
good that we're talking about them.
Yeah.
If they can't see
This is
what
a
we're
visual
talking about.
show or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, here's
Just
your
laughing
meme.
at
Here's
some of
the
her
meme. This
memes.
one.
I like that.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Found him.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
post that?
Cool.
Oops.
Okay, I used to be a brat. Remember?
Yeah. You
Used to be?
Yeah.
I'm normal now.
Oh, you're mean.
What?
That
Say
means
that
I'm-
again.
I'm normal now.
Yeah. Normal.
Hey, who was that?
That means I
Who were
can
those two
be
dancers?
entitled.
It was a
That's me.
Screen.
That's
shot.
Kitten. Wow.
They're both me.
Oh, hold on, we can't even see it because it's so. There we go.
Oh.
Kind of.
Wow.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
Kind of here.
I used to be a
Nice.
little bit into myself.
Okay.
You still should be. You know,
I'm
just because
not.
you're living the normal life,
I am.
la vida norma.
I feel like that's an age thing. You know what I mean?
It might
like when
be.
you're
I don't
within
know.
a certain age, it's okay to all of these things. But now I feel like, and I see, it's so dumb. I'm so old. Like I feel like I'm so old now because I look at people and they're taking selfies and doing all the things, and I'm just like, oh God, get
Yeah.
over yourself.
Yeah, like come
you know
on.
what I mean? Like come off it.
do
Someday
you
you're gonna
think you
be
are?
me. But in a different way. It's nice to
Right,
have
right,
all
right.
this. So if I do ever have a kid, I'll be like, look, I was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was cool once. I look
Wow.
good. I look fit.
I love some of your images.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
you
funny.
know? Like I was somebody kind of a
Mhm.
thing. You know, and now I
did-
just want to be like,
Oh
No,
man.
I remember. I
This
remember.
reunion show. This reunion show
Yeah.
just got depressing,
I
man.
know.
I used to be
That's
cool
what-
too. Damn it. I'm like a kid. Yeah, you, Brandon, get out, man. Get out while you can.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah,
Make
go.
something of yourself.
Do something crazy, man. Get out there. Make a mark. Don't get trapped into the normal life.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I'm not normal. I'm crazy.
Oh, good. Keep it that
He
way.
changes his hair color every other weekend.
I know. I feel like
Like once a month now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I lost my
But
hair.
you know,
so you
like,
don't want to
you
do
gotta
that.
do more than change your hair color, though, man. Like, you know what? Just like sell everything you own and like go to what?
Cambodia.
Yes, Cambodia. I was thinking Burma. All right, but yeah, do something. You know, just like go meditate with a bunch of
Do
people.
some immersion.
Yeah,
somewhere in
yeah,
a
you know.
culture.
Yeah, or hot tub with Frank Chu. I mean,
No,
honestly, if you see Frank Chu ever, immediately invite him to go hot tubbing because that man knows how to party. No shame, nothing. No shame.
Oh my.
Frank Chu actually, so I don't know what his living situation is now because I didn't even know he was alive. But
And he really didn't look that much older.
he used to live with a pair of sisters that he was apparently in a relationship with both of them.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just telling. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Live a little, man. Get yourself some sisters
Jeez.
or brothers,
misters.
whatever you're into.
Like
I don't
misters.
care.
It
Yeah.
is San Francisco. You can do
Yeah,
whatever you want.
or non-identified, non-binary people, just who are happen to be related,
Just happen to be related.
It's the relationship that makes it, really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's what I heard. I don't know,
Don't act like that's not a thing for you.
I do have a brother, and
you do, John.
John, I was going to say, yeah.
and, no.
Yeah.
And your brother's John's name is Jon, right?
Right.
Yeah, because my mom said that's what your name was going to be, and I said, oh. And she goes, Jon. I always like Jon. I'm like, oh, okay.
Your name was gonna be John.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I
Name
guess
it.
I'm Paul.
Well, he was gonna be named after his dad, and she didn't know his name. So
Yes. Yeah. That's a funny story in itself. That'll take a whole
Oh
different
man,
podcast.
I don't even know. I was
Speaking
just making dumb
depressing.
stuff up. No, but it was also depressing too.
real.
Okay, so we're going through that story. He's Paul, and I think that night that we saw Kelly Carlin's show was wonderful.
Right.
And it wasn't just because we're rubbing shoulders with Robin Williams and Mort and all these great period, but it was just a good night, But what kind of made me a little sad when you were telling the story is realizing that like almost all those people are gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Passed away.
Like Robin obviously is gone, and Mort, followed, and then I think Paul Provenza's still out there doing
Yeah,
something.
he's still there.
You know what I mean? But it was just like a strange realization I just had. I was like, we were lucky at this moment in our lives to interact with some people who are legends in our chosen field. And it was kind of cool.
That the Throck is really a magical place in itself. Every time I'm there, I kind of feel connected with comedy greats from the past. I know that the last time I performed there, I want to say it was Doug Ferrari's or Al Clethan's show, but I did a show there, and it was after we had been there. Went and did my set, came off stage, came down through the green room, and I was just kind of walking back and forth in the lobby, just trying to relax and bring my breathing down because I was really excited. It was a good set.
Did you change clothes in the bathroom?
Yeah, I
beforehand?
changed clothes in the bathroom and I was late 15 minutes. Yeah.
We were stuck in the bathroom. It seems like a lot of the shows.
Yeah. So it's got a thing with bathrooms, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. So I know that night I was sitting there and I was going back and forth in the lobby, and then all of a sudden a couple people walked out, and I just kind of saw them out of my peripheral, and the girl, as she's walking by, and she goes, "Really funny, great set." And I looked up and I said, "Thanks." As I realized as she's walking by, it was Amy Poehler.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, Amy, wait. That's nice.
So, yeah, no, that's
It's
a
always
really
good when someone whose career you respect compliments you. Now, maybe she was lying.
She
maybe,
probably was. She was trying to get out.
Yeah, she could have just been like, like just trying to be nice because she knows that someday you're going to tell that story on a radio show.
Right. That's about the only place that it's going to be heard, right? So, yeah. So I really enjoy that, and I haven't been to the Throck in a long time, especially like you said, if we just kind of forget that COVID even happened.
Yeah.
Now, what have you been doing? Kitten.
Oh God, I knew it was. Gonna
The shoe was gonna drop.
Gonna
Well,
come
lie.
with this.
Lie about it.
Should I
Lie to us,
Don't
baby,
lie.
I
lie.
can't lie. That's why
Just-
everybody
you don't
knows
have
all
to
the things.
reveal all
Okay.
the stuff, but
Because
just,
I
you
can't
know.
lie. Okay. All right. So pretty much, I've just been working.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
still in the booze slinging industry.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm still
wow.
working alcohol, big surprise, whatever. And I am drinking today the Vita Coco
Oh.
Coconut Captain Morgan
Wow.
spiked pina colada.
Delicious, by the way.
Yes, they are delicious. So I was at 10:15 last night, and it felt like a real thing today when I woke up with a hangover to come here.
It's like it wouldn't be this show if you weren't
I
hungover,
was
right?
like, oh my God, this really is like old times. I had to get up. It's too early for me, like the whole thing.
I know. She's like, I don't do mornings, and I'm like, darling,
know,
it's
he's
gonna be
like-
2 in the afternoon.
You said noon to me, and I was like, oh no, fuck that. I can get up at noon.
Oh,
okay?
how many times
That's
when
it.
we were at the other studio, the last studio we were at, I remember you would get there. Sometimes you would get there hella early,
Yeah.
but then you would be going around in circles for an hour.
I would be, yeah.
All of us would be.
Because I haven't been to bed yet.
Well,
That's
yeah,
why I
no,
got
but
there
I
early.
meant, like I said, because
Trying
of
to find a parking space.
Parking spot, not your brain. But that's okay.
They don't care for like an hour.
Yeah, the parking was awful. Yeah, yeah. Same here. I made B pick me up today. I was like, oh no, no.
Yeah.
I
What
can't
about you
even do it.
guys? What about you? What
Yeah,
you
what,
guys
like-
been doing?
Well, go ahead, Brandon.
I've been taking care of Kat.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have so
Christine,
many.
how about
You have
you? What
5
you been
cats
up
at
to?
home.
I still have the same job, but when COVID hit, I was the only one in my office.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, in order for us to make sure no one got sick, I was in the office and the bosses took their stuff home. And then after I'd leave, the boss would come in and exchange paperwork or whatever, but we were never in the office at the same time for the first year.
Wow,
Hmm.
that's got to be nice.
I had worked at Starbucks for a little while, but it wasn't
Finally
like the best
now, just
Yeah.
just in January, they finally found somebody who could come in and actually help me full time.
Did you do hair at Starbucks?
thing. No.
You could offer that as
Although
extra
maybe going to
service.
school for it maybe at some point. So
Nice.
we'll see.
Yeah, he really enjoys messing with people's hair,
Creativity.
including mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
Paul,
that's why I've got blue hair and no cares.
How'd you keep
Yeah.
busy, Paul?
yeah. What
Well, let me see. Comedy, try to stay out of debt, getting married.
yeah.
I got
Oh
married.
yeah, you
I
two
got
got
married.
married. So you're no longer mistress.
No.
Now, Christine. Now you're just Mrs. Or wait,
Yeah.
Does that work?
I don't
No.
know.
She says no.
No.
I don't know how things work. Listen, look, when you're a married guy, your mistress is your side piece, you know. So he called you his mistress before. Now he's married to you, so who's the side piece?
He wasn't calling me his mistress.
We were just calling her mistress.
I was Mistress Christine, and if you look it up, mistress is the master of her own domain.
I understand.
That's the third or fourth definition for that, so don't forget.
I don't care, it's still a definition.
Wow, honey,
Scroll
you were
down
loud.
far.
There.
You were loud in that one. You leaned in on that one.
You should take a look at
Well,
her. You should take a look
In
at her
case you
page.
missed it.
You know what's
We
interesting?
just lost Pasadena, by the way.
Mistress is actually what MRS stands for. It's like in the abbreviation. Like you have it, like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like master
instead
and
of
mistress. And apparently along the way, mistress had this connotation, so that's why it's just MRS. And then you know, ma'am.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that
I get
word.
that
I
a
don't like
lot.
that word.
I
hate
get
that
that
word.
a lot
You
You know
now.
where that comes
People
from?
call me
Do you know
ma'am.
where that comes
Ma'am.
from? You know where it comes from?
Do you
No.
smack him
It
first?
used to be-
asshole.
It used to be the word madam.
Yeah.
That's why when you spell it, it's M-A-A-M. You know,
Right.
used to be madam, and like mistress and madam somehow became bad words. So now we have Mrs. and ma'am.
We got the dominatrix community to
They
ownership
could
of
have
those
you know, used those words and still not you know, the rest of us have to.
They
And I
wanted
feel like
them, though.
I feel like
They
a
got it.
I feel like a goober using it. Hey, ma'am. You know what I mean? It
It's-
just sounds.
and it seems weird.
Yeah,
to
I would rather
receive.
say, "Hey, madam, how are you?" You know, that just sounds like more. You know,
How about don't do any of it?
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
It's
Like we're
lit-
not 90. Like why am I getting that? I get it, and again, I already feel older than I used to.
I
But,
am
dude,
90.
Seriously, there's a line here.
Yeah.
I ain't that old.
Well, quite honestly,
Mammy
in this
me.
day and age, you can call somebody ma'am, and that person dying of fez is not a ma'am.
Right.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So at this, I'm just like, hi, how are you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. That's
I
why
don't care
guys.
what your gender is, and I'm not getting yelled at.
Right.
Right.
It's
Well,
for doing
guys
the
are-
wrong thing when I don't even care.
I think guys are used to that. Guys are always on the alert, the high alert, especially like,
Me too.
well, even before that, I was afraid to say, "Oh, how far are you along?"
Oh, yeah.
man.
Wait, you're pregnant? Holy shit!
Oh, my
Gender reveal.
It's kicking! It's kicking! It's kicking kitten!
Yeah, don't worry, she'll be kicking, all right.
She'll have a baby kitten.
I'm gonna leave him in the alley on the way to the car.
It's gonna be like a whole.
It's a whole
It's gonna be a big litter. You're gonna get a shoebox, for
You know,
we'll
I
see.
did
It's
want
free
to have
kittens.
kittens.
Did
Okay,
you
so
really?
that's a true story.
What,
I
you wanna
did
have
ask
kittens?
my mom. Yes, I really just wanted to have kittens, not children. Human babies, and I kept asking her why. Why can't they just inseminate me with kittens instead? And I couldn't understand. for the
Did she?
longest
What was her
time
reason?
Why that? She's like, because they can't. It's an animal. I'm like, so? Like, I couldn't understand.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't want to have babies. I want to have kittens. Like,
Right.
it's different. I'm like, why can't I just birth them?
Okay, so at this point in age of your life, you ever thought about being a furry?
Oh,
No, but I mean, I guess I could technically do that because they wear a suit, so it's not like
Right.
you have to
yeah.
be fit to be a furry.
that's true. You can gain all the weight you want,
Right,
and your
I
little
can-
furry suit.
And you would know, darling.
I know.
Now, would that actually?
My stomach. I'm
I am pregnant.
Now, would that be something that would appeal to you, even as like a costume party, just to take on the persona of a kitten? And that means probably no human talk. Probably need someone to be your master.
No, because we know. Okay, some things never change.
Yeah.
I'm being dominated. I am the dominator, not the dominated. Like,
There you
that
go.
will never change.
Mhm.
Like,
There you
I
go.
still don't like when people like. Yeah, it's not a thing.
So if you were gonna be a furry, it would probably be, and if it was of the cat family, it would be
Something that would eat you. I
yeah,
swear.
something that has the power and
Sorry,
You're the lioness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something to that effect. But no, because that still would require like taking care of or babying an adult person, and that is really not on my forte now.
Not on your
I'm kind of like over that whole trying to take care of somebody else shit.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
take care of your damn self. Like it's not a thing, you know. And I don't have any children, so everybody calm down. I still don't. Like I'm not abusing
Just
any
calm
kids
down.
at home.
Just
Like
chill.
it's
Do
not
you
a
have, any,
thing.
do you have any furry children?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm happy to take
Is it a
care of.
cat?
We have Snappy still, you know,
Okay.
the turtle. So we got
Yeah.
the turtle. We have the bunny, which
She
is
thinks
Noah.
she thinks
Yeah. And we
turtles
have a
are
dog.
furry.
Oh.
I literally, in my hungover, weird, drunken thing last night, was having a dream about taking a video with my phone of my turtle walking. So, like, I remember it, and it was a really crisp and clean video, and I was
Okay.
super excited about it. So that's what I
That
woke
made
up
you very
to.
proud and
Yeah,
you're happy.
I just watched Chasing the Turtle with the camera and taking a really cute
Oh,
video.
how cute
so,
is that?
right.
Okay.
So there you go. That's where my brain is.
Any
Look at
animals
that
in your
picture.
house, Brian?
Just my, just me.
Just the
Really.
dog. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say your
Just
daughter.
me.
You got
We have
the
a
dog.
zoo at home.
Yeah,
Too many
I-
animals to count.
I have a daughter, and I promised her an animal.
What
and-
does she want?
Well, she originally wanted a cat.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I've convinced her that she wants a dog.
Okay.
But I don't think we're ready to get one yet because I'm still
Oh.
touring. What?
I just thought of Bella, right? What was the
Luna.
Luna,
Luna.
Yeah.
Bella,
Yeah.
Luna.
Yeah.
Luna.
No, my dog, the French Bulldog, and actually, I think my daughter wants a French Bulldog. She's seen many of them and thinks that they're super cute. But I don't know that I'm ready. So I've only recently tried to become a normal person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We settled down and got our place and got everything out of storage and all that maybe like 4 months ago, or December is when we started to unpack, and so we're still adjusting the lifestyle. Like my wife has to take care of my kid when I'm on the road, and I don't know if we're ready to throw another animal into that,
Right.
and So, but I did promise her something, and we're in Texas, so if we get, maybe we move to a place that has land, I'll get her a horse.
Those
I was
fight
gonna
you
say
as
you're gonna
well.
get her a
Animals just fight
pony.
you.
Yeah.
That's what
But,
I did with our cat.
But I miss my dog, though. My dog Luna was super cool. I
Yeah.
miss her.
And I don't really like that breed, but
Yeah.
Luna was good.
I haven't had a pet since Luna. Luna was she died in 2012, roughly around the same time we started doing
Yeah,
some
the
this-
first
this stuff.
photo
Yeah,
shoot that we had, actually, she was still alive.
that's right.
Yeah.
I was hanging out with a friend of mine. Speaking of photo shoots and my dog, the first photo shoot my dog ever observed me doing, she got jealous.
Oh.
And she would actually so I'm taking pictures. The model is maybe like 8 feet away from me, and at one point my dog just positions herself between me and the model, like sits there looking at me, like take pictures of me, not her. That was hilarious. I think she got a little jealous
She
of
did.
you the last time
She
when we were
did.
doing that photo
Yes,
shoot too,
yes.
but I don't think she did that.
She didn't.
No.
I just had to stop and go over there and be like,
Yeah,
it's okay,
give her a little attention.
everything's
Yep,
good.
yep.
I'm your friend too.
Totally.
Stay
Animals
over
are
here."
like that, though.
Yeah.
They're very
Possessive.
possessive.
Mhm.
She was possessive, and
Jealous?
we also had a whole lot of time together. Like she was used to having all my attention.
All of
you
it.
know?
All the time. Because
Yeah.
she would travel with you.
Yeah, she would travel with
Yeah.
me, and before I started traveling, I did work at home. So I was
Mhm.
home with her all the time. So yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So we have a
So
house
dead
full of-
comedians, dead dogs.
Oh my god.
Oh, normies. Just fuck all
Man,
this.
this reunion was such a terrible idea.
Yeah. Well, that's what a comedy podcast is all about. Death.
That's right.
Well, no, it's just kind of we come full circle again. Here we are again. We're sitting here, and it's very surreal to be here. It's so strange to look across, even at you yawning at me, and just so.
That wasn't directed towards you, Paul.
No, I know.
That's me, as a normie, I get up early, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
I know.
and you still drive a lot,
Yeah.
and you're still even after this, you're going to Northern California to gig.
Yeah, I'm heading to Ukiah.
Ukiah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do these speaking gigs, and this week I was my first week on this particular branch of the tour, and I started in Vegas and ended up here, and then next week I start in Ukiah and end up in Portland.
And so, when does this leg of this tour totally end?
No, after Portland, I have a week off, going back to Dallas to spend a week with my daughter, and then I go to North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. I just basically the way I'm scheduled this particular season, it's like 2 weeks I'm on the road, I go home for a week. 2 weeks on the road, go home
That's
for
my
a
older
week.
brother lives now in North Carolina. Where did they?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh nice. What part?
I thought it was the South Carolina, but I'm not.
No, it's actually north, but I'm not sure.
I haven't really.
But
talked
don't
to
worry,
him in a
you'll
while.
find them.
You
You'll
know?
find them for us.
I'll run into him.
Yeah,
I think he was in Dallas a little while too.
he was in Texas for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
And so,
And he told me like, hey, if you ever want some good food, come by this restaurant. He was working at a restaurant in
Oh,
Texas.
nice.
And then of course, and then I tried to hit him up. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna go to that restaurant. He's like, oh, I don't live there anymore.
yeah, so he was going from Texas, then he was gonna go to Florida,
Oh yeah.
which is scary.
Oh yeah.
That is
Wow.
Well, yeah. Thank you for giving me the evil eye.
He's been on solo for so long. I don't even know.
Wow.
So yeah, so you're still doing lecturing, but you're also getting your comedy in.
I'm trying. I had a show last night in Oakland, which was canceled.
Okay.
So, but I have a show coming up in Medford, Oregon. Hopefully it doesn't cancel. And yeah, I get it in. And then I have a show when I get back to Texas in Dallas. I just got in with the booker at the Dallas Improv, so they're gonna start
very
putting me in the
nice.
rotation there. But yeah, other shows on the road here. We got a big gig in Nashville coming up. This is all. I'm not doing it as much. Like I'm not doing it as full force as I used to. Like I think to some extent my drive to do comedy has diminished a little. I still want to do it, but I don't want to grind it out as much. That's partly pandemic, and it's partly I just want to be home with my kid. If I like, on what I mean. If on a night, I just want to stay at home with my kid. And that's the normie life.
The normie
man.
life.
Yeah,
Well, and
Yeah.
I was-
I'm like,
I
I
was-
want to be with my dog.
Somebody asked me, "Oh, can you please help me host this open mic?" And I said, "Absolutely not."
Good for you.
Yeah, your own show to deal
Good
with.
for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. At my age and how long we've been doing this, no, I don't need to host an open
Right,
mic.
Right.
But I had, it was nice because prior to this season, prior to this year, I would take my kid everywhere. She was on the road with us. So,
Right.
I'd take her to comedy shows, and it wasn't a big deal. And whatever show I did, if they didn't allow me to take kids, and that was rare. And so, Sarah would just hang out with our daughter while I would do the show, but it didn't seem that bad,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now it's like I just want to go home and play Barbies.
And just play Barbies. You want to have an excuse to play with
That's
the
true.
Barbies.
Maybe I just like the Barbies. That's what it is,
Maybe.
Now, let's talk about another picture that just popped up here. It's you were talking about your flyers, so here's one of your flyers.
Yeah.
And so
That is
I had to
Kitten
dig for
without,
that.
That's Kitten without the seal head.
Yes. So same
this-
body,
yeah,
but with the seal.
Because that was
Wow.
the same day, right? So
Yeah,
the same
that was the same day.
Yeah, so she had that bikini on.
And we were just
then,
out on the street.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
we were
like
like,
outside
I
in
don't
front of my
even know.
apartment. Because it was nice and sunny, and then we
Yeah,
did. We didn't have
People
like.
driving by,
Mm-hmm.
fucking looking.
But that's a good bikini. I like that.
that I still own that bikini, but it does not look the same.
And so I can also tell that I'm drinking what used to be my signature drink, which was a pint glass full of Red Bull and vodka.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
okay.
And you could tell I had the eyes to match.
You've had one too many.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that in that photo. I like you look really disheveled, which I,
Yeah.
which is kind of your character. I think it
Yeah,
captures
yeah.
it really well.
At
and
the
then
time,
of course, Kitten is definitely showing off her character.
Right.
And that picture of me is actually fairly old.
It actually looks really
You
nice.
think
Though. I like
so?
it.
Yeah. It was taken before I moved to San Francisco.
Yeah.
But the reason why I chose that one is because it was the only picture I had of myself that would fit
In
the
that-
In between us two.
yeah. Because I didn't want to be like center. I didn't want to be like the primary focus.
No.
Like the show is about you and Kitten, and then I was sort of like support. I was like
yeah.
the guy who would call in and stuff.
See, that would have been a great name for your podcast, On the Couch With.
I did also have another segment called
thought
On the
you
Couch.
did.
Yeah, On the Couch
Yeah.
with Brian, and that's when I I forget what I did. Oh, I would help people.
Didn't you shrink them?
Yeah, I would head shrink them for like a half
Yeah.
hour.
See, and he's known me all these years, never given me therapy.
I know. I told you.
I'm like, bro,
Hey,
what's
I actually made you.
Not
an
that you're
offer
aware
earlier.
of. It's not
That was a
that
different thing.
he's actually been providing you mental health care for years. You just weren't
Yeah.
aware of it.
This is true.
Oh, yeah,
See.
This is true. Now, you
Whatever.
have always been a
unhelpful. I get it. I'm
you've
very
always been
stuck.
sort of like a side project. No, I'm kidding.
An afterthought. You're
Oh,
the
man.
afterthought, dear. I get it.
So, is it going to take us another 10 years to get together again, guys?
That's on
Hopefully
him.
not.
I live here.
Probably.
Probably. That's the optimism. In
It
Brian
depends.
King.
How many people are listening to us right now?
Well, let me see here. We have
We have
people.
multiple
We have
different-
people all the way across the board except for Twitter. We have
Oh,
Twitch,
wow.
YouTube, Facebook,
Very
and
nice.
Africa.
No, I think honestly, I mean, obviously, I'm not available to do this very frequently out here, and I think, and of course, Kitten has got some other interests at the moment. But I think, I love the fact that we're having this little
Yeah.
reunion. I think it's kind of cool. Maybe it just be like this would be like sort of a special episode
Like
of
a
your new
10-year
season.
reunion,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait 10 years because I might not be around. I don't know.
Oh.
10 years
Oh,
puts me really
gosh.
old, man. I'm just saying. I'm gonna join Robin and the gang up.
Considering your hair kind of looked more like that the last time you were here.
Yeah.
You gotta get your hair done at some point too.
I gotta get will you do my hair?
Yeah, you will.
All right.
I'll bring the stuff in next time.
What should I want to do something. I want to do something completely crazy.
Yeah.
I want to do something that'll ensure that I don't get a job ever.
Okay.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
I don't even think that's real anymore. I think
I know.
you can look like a total freak and still get the same job.
That's true.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
places don't allow you to work when you have color,
Because
which
I mean,
is
your
crazy.
gender doesn't matter, your appearance doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I was working at the 4th fucking seasons the other day.
Were you really?
Yeah, and the chick tells me to take off my blazer
Oh,
because
wow.
it messes with her branded shirt.
You
And
look
I'm
too
like,
professional.
right. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. And she says, why? And I said, because I have a lot of tattoos. And she looks at me and she goes, oh, no, it's fine. And I'm like, bitch, what? Like, we're at the fucking Four Seasons.
Yeah.
And it was for old people.
Okay.
It was a party
People are
for
crazy.
the people that live in the Four Seasons. They were coming in with walkers and
They
wheelchairs.
live in the Four Seasons.
And I'm going to take my blazer off.
That's
Who
some
lives-
money.
That's a level
that's
of baller
old
that you
money.
have not yet
Yeah.
been
She
privileged to
literally
And I
comes in.
probably won't. Yeah.
Dude, it's a spirit event. And this woman comes in
Yeah.
her wheelchair and asks for wine. Like, that's the kind of shit right there. I'm like,
Yeah.
bitch, do you see a table that says wine? It's literally here for you, and it's all spirits. It's women-owned, women-founded brands. And she comes in asking for fucking wine. I was like, oh, God. Like, this is where I'm at right now. Let me take my blazer off. It was so dumb.
Wow.
We have about 15 more minutes in
Wow, that
podcast.
went by quickly.
Want to do it by?
All right.
Yeah, we blow them through it, man. We've done an hour 25 right now.
I'm gonna be so late to you, Kaya.
This is your calling in call.
Yeah.
I need you guys to tell me where we can keep up with everything that Kitten does and everything that Brian does, everything that well, we can't go to everything Christine does. We won't go there. And then everything that Brandon does. Kitten, how do we
Yes.
keep up with you?
Okay, so in my normie life, I'm attempting to be better at staying in touch with things because I don't really post on my page, as you guys probably noticed. But you can go to, I think it's Kitten, the brand extraordinaire. Okay.
Kitten, the
The
brand.
brand extraordinaire.
Yes. So that
Go to that
has
where?
a face,
On a
or
website
has
or?
an Instagram. So you can go to my Instagram page and see all the things with all the brands that I'm doing, and I'm doing this for you guys. So you better do it because I ain't doing it for my health.
I
My
wanna check
dog
it.
don't care.
Wait, you just posting
Your dog
pictures
don't care.
of stuff,
Yeah.
or is it pictures of you with stuff?
It's me with.
Okay,
stuff.
because you need to do that, because that's like,
me
yeah,
with whatever product at
Yeah.
whatever event.
right
you
there,
know?
right there. You're
So,
selling
yes.
millions of Vita
Eat it,
Cocos, big thanks to that.
Yes.
And
Eat
Vita
it.
Coco's actually doing, and Captain Morgan,
Yes.
they're doing a spice. Oh yeah, okay.
It's here. It's good.
Why didn't I see
Hydrate.
you bring up the case of that for the studio? You should have donated a
Because
case of
I
that.
thought it was still no alcohol
I
in
love that
studio.
we've talked
Oh
about
my
it several
gosh.
times, and he didn't even hear it. And then he was about to tell you that Vita Coco was doing this. like literally talked about it several times in the podcast, and then he was about to say, "Oh, you know they're doing a thing."
Yeah,
with
I did know. So, but you can do Kitten's litter box. That's still up on Instagram, and I will,
Scratch away.
I will try to be better. Okay, I'll try to be better
Aw,
in the eyes of all of these things.
your fans
Because
miss
in my
you.
normal life, I'm fucking killing it.
Brian King, how do we keep up with everything you're doing?
Well, I still have Dr. Brian King branded on every social media platform, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and everything. And I'm active on that stuff. Although I got kicked off of Facebook recently. I was in Facebook jail, and it's like the third or fourth time that this has happened to me. I just post, and I don't even post anything that's too off the wall or anything. But it's like a joke that triggers something in their computer, and then I get kicked off, and it just pisses me off. So every time that happens, I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna use Facebook anymore. And then it's like a week later, I'm back on Facebook. You can find me there until something better comes along. Again, everything else. I have a new book coming out, and my new book is called "Of Bears and Weight Loss." It's a follow-up to the last book because there's a bear on the cover, and it was supposed to come out in February, but it did not because of paper shortages. The pandemic is the gift that keeps on giving, apparently. So it comes out in May, hopefully, if they have enough paper to print it on, and it should be hopefully sell as good as the last book. Because the last book did really well.
What kind of freaking paper are you asking for?
Well, toilet paper this time. I want to know.
What do you think? It grows on trees?
I know. No, it's not even me asking for it. Literally, like the printing, the publishers, they just don't have enough paper. There's
Like
to
gold
meet
leaf?
all the books. It's weird. It's very weird.
God.
I was surprised.
Fucking
when I
recycle.
learned
Like,
that.
what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Oh, our recycling is apparently not making book that we can print new paper that we can print.
And
new
they
books
say
on,
like
you know?
3% of what we recycle actually gets redone
I
or something
know.
like that.
That's
Plus-
a whole show right there.
That's right. The
That's-
edge
now
of
that I'm a
insanity.
normie,
Learn
let's
all about
talk
environment.
recycling and environment.
But yeah, other than that, social media, man, I'm picking up a lot more Instagram followers lately because I'm posting more of my photography and with models and stuff, and that's cool. You know, I don't know. I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good.
And you have an OnlyFans page.
I do.
I found it as we were looking.
Oh, nice,
Ah.
nice.
Sure, you
Yeah,
stumbled
Very nice.
upon
Very,
it.
yeah, I stumbled upon it.
Yeah,
Stumbled
yeah, yeah.
upon it.
Nice looking toes, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you know, as a photographer, I mean, as a photographer, I take lots of pictures, and there's really no other platform to share those. So OnlyFans is kind of cool.
You can't even look into the camera,
No.
can you? You're like, that just threw you all the way up.
Kitten's on my OnlyFans. She's gonna.
Oh.
What? What? I didn't sign
You're
anything.
I
not.
didn't
You're
sign
not.
anything.
That is the limitation, right? I can't use any shoot unless I
Yeah.
get somebody's permission,
You're
and
very
which is
right.
fine, of course. When
And
I
I
would do
want
shoot,
some
when I would do,
monetary stuff.
well,
from
when I
that.
would do photo shoots before, it wasn't intended for distribution, and so
Correct.
if I do a photo shoot that I plan on, well, I'm gonna put this on OnlyFans,
Oh.
then obviously, I mean, it's a paper.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I need you to send me that picture that I used to use as my profile on Instagram again.
Which one?
The one that you took at our very first one with close the face. I
I
need you to find this.
I'll find it.
I was trying. This is how off I am
Yeah.
with posting things. So Paul asked me to freaking do this post for the show, and I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm at work. I'm trying to do it. I'm looking at my phone. I replaced my profile picture, and
Yeah.
I'm just trying to post. And I'm like, I don't fucking know what I'm
Well, he asked
doing
me to-
anymore.
He asked me to post, and I took Facebook off my phone because Facebook pissed me off. So I'm
Right.
like, I
Right.
can't post until I get to my computer, you know. So
Well,
I
that's
yeah,
why I tagged you so you could just share
yeah.
it.
Well, and then-
normies don't do Facebook.
I don't have it on my phone either.
And
I
then-
shared a Facebook from Instagram.
And then you, like you said, it's like, oh, you got all the links for all the different channels that you're going to be up. You're on Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah,
Twitch,
yeah,
and all
yeah.
stuff. And you go, hey, cool. They even have hyperlinks. So if I hit one of these, it's going to go to that channel. And I'm like, no. So we're trying to reinvent the wheel
yeah,
here. We
yeah,
really are.
yeah. I don't know.
And-
It didn't go so well.
But it's all good.
So how you find us, everything that we do, the Edge of Insanity, as well as edgestudiosonline.com, is you go to socials. As far as YouTube, you can find us at Edge Studios Online at YouTube, Facebook, and Africa. But if it's Twitter or Twitch, that's an interesting
Man,
thing.
you're young.
Okay,
Tell
what
me
does
what
that mean?
Africa is.
How interesting.
He said it's out of Taiwan or something.
Well, so we can actually simulcast out to about 15 different live socials at once,
Yeah.
but about 5 or 6 of them, never heard of.
Wow.
Okay.
And so they're apps like, and I think they're going to be the new TikTok where, oh, you shouldn't have that on your phone
Oh.
because you just gave away secrets for the, all
Yeah,
your
the
contacts
government or
to the
whatever.
government or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what Africa is. I believe it's based out of Taiwan. But every time we log on, we have 2 or 3 at least live viewers that are watching it. And it's because if you go to Africa TV, it's usually like Asian guys playing their clarinet,
Oh.
or it's female Asians shopping in the market.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I saw this one. I was like, oh, what is she doing? She was in Hawaii, and I guess she was shopping in a souvenir shop.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, she's got 1,000 people watching her
Yeah.
walking through a souvenir shop.
But it's in Hawaii.
Right.
But it's in Hawaii, and they were not.
Right. So I want to know what the hell's in their shop.
See?
Right.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah, so
Alright.
so there's a lot of stuff like that, and I know that their mascot for Africa is this big yellow duck,
Oh.
like a
quack, quack.
ducky. And so if they do really
Like a
well,
rubber ducky?
no, like I've seen a few of the different people. I guess they get up to so many thousand views or something, and they send them a stuffed duck,
Oh, a plushie.
a plushie,
Okay.
and
I get it.
sometimes it's as big as like your shirt. It's a
Okay.
good sized plushie.
For hugging.
Yeah, for hugging and going, hey, check me out
For
on
hugging.
Africa.
I got it. Okay.
So that's what they do.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. And we are the Edge Studios on.
We're on Edge. We're at Edge Studios on Africa,
Okay.
Facebook, YouTube,
I'll have to check that out.
and the other 2, it's just Paul Brumbaugh.
There you go.
So
I think you should put up an OnlyFans for Edge Studios.
I think it would be good. I
think, upload uncensored content. You know, you've had sex in the studio, you've had other stuff, man. Get it up there.
Well,
man.
the funny thing
Oh,
is, weren't you telling me? I'm sorry.
No, you.
But weren't you the one I was having a conversation with a few weeks ago? We were talking about how to get more revenue into the studio.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, have you put a little like a classified ad on OnlyFans? Maybe somebody needs to rent your space to have sex in.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh, look at Kitten.
There's all these OnlyFans creators that need space, and it would be an interesting location for them. And
I wouldn't let them do it in
So
here.
they
You
wouldn't
could
even-
build something out
A
there.
big drop cloth. Put it
Yeah.
down.
well, you
Over
could charge them
there.
stuff for the other room,
For the bigger room, not in
or
here.
they could just sit in your chair and do it. You know? I mean,
No,
like-
this is a sacred space.
No.
This is the
Okay.
But it's
sacred
not even
space.
it's not even sex
I'm
though.
gonna light
Some of
some
these
whatever,
creators,
sage.
all they do is just stream to their fans, and they're just like, you know, hey guys, I'm just sitting here chilling, you know,
Totally
and the
naked,
fans,
touching
they
my
don't
clit.
get naked until they start getting tipped.
Yeah, they don't let you do anything until
Yeah.
it's a private show and you've
Look,
got
you
coins
have-
or whatever they do.
You have
right?
all this stuff. It's soundproof. This is like set up to be like a you know,
I think this is a separate
internet
issue.
sex or streaming cam girls. Just have like 8 cam girls in each room.
Do it
you
in
know?
there, out there. Don't do it.
We
in
have a
here.
green screen. They could be doing it on the moon.
Exactly.
We could put up
That
a
would be
green sheet
amazing.
out there.
So,
Scum belongs outside the door. No
Yeah.
offense.
Brandon, how do we keep up with everything that you do? And there's your camera, bud. Okay.
Brandon Ray on Facebook, Instagram, and I do have TikTok as well. It's almost at 2K.
2K. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
What
he
do you-
was
are you-
showing me his monetary.
I've been working on it for a while.
What are you
What are you
TikToking?
TikToking? Yeah.
Just I post a lot of videos and I go live almost every day.
He
But what are you talking about?
Kind of like what you were
About
just
random
saying.
stuff
Like,
like
what are you
what
guys
you do.
doing? What's
He
up?
could be renting space from you. See.
Do not. No.
He does at
You are
home.
not allowed.
He does at home.
Not for
Are you
that.
on OnlyFans, Brandon?
No.
No.
You're missing out,
Leave him
man. It's a whole
alone.
market, man. Come on, you're legal age
Don't
now,
corrupt
right?
my child.
So there's this guy on Instagram, and what he does is he walks up to different people in their very expensive cars. Usually it's like LA, and he'll walk up to him and go, "Man, I love your car. What do you do for a living?" And I forget what the guy's name is, but that's all he does. And so he's walked up to a lot of famous people, but I noticed a lot of them are either, "Oh, I'm into what is it, like Bitcoin? What is that called? That's
Yeah.
all that stuff,
Cryptocurrency.
cryptocurrency stuff." So it's either cryptocurrency. Oh yeah, I'm the big Dogecoin guy.
Dojo.
Or if it's a beautiful girl in like a $250,000 car, it's like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" I've got a page. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
And then there's usually some guy in the other, and he's like, "Oh yeah, she's got an OnlyFans page."
Right.
And it's like this one girl went on to say how much she makes from her photos. It's like she was taking photos of her feet, and they were $500 a piece.
Okay.
She says, I get a good paycheck from one guy. All he does is send me a vial that I need to spit into.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
There is a lot.
$5,000 to spit into a vial.
There's a
I
lot of
can
money
see
to be
that.
made in helping people to realize their fantasies. I mean,
Well,
there
remember,
really is.
I made $100 an hour for the feet thing when I used to step on the bugs.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
you have made tons,
Wait, what
tons
was
of money.
this?
Step on what?
Step on what?
You need.
Oh, she got some
Bugs.
feet, guys.
Yeah. I had a specific foot guy that would videotape from the knee down only, and I would step on live things like
wow.
bugs. And one time he brought Madagascan cockroaches.
Oh,
Those things.
I'm out.
Very
Huge.
scary.
I'm out.
And when
They
we
hiss.
They hiss and they bite.
Yeah.
And they
They
bite?
bite. He grabbed me, like I wore flip flops on that one because I was like, no, because in the beginning I had to write a contract of all. He's like, okay, I want to know everything that you will not step on. And so my mom actually helped me write this list because he wanted a comprehensive. So if it wasn't in there, I'd have to step
Things
on.
I won't step on.
Things that I
Yeah.
will not step on. So poop went on there. I won't step on fecal matter. I won't step in urine of
step on
animal
poop?
or human nature.
what
like,
if
the
what if I
list had
stepped
to
in
be-
poop by accident? It is San Francisco. I
But
do
I'm
walk
not
down
gonna
the
do it
sidewalk.
on film,
Oh.
like what between us. Like it was a thing between he and I of all the things. So my mom and I sat there for a couple hours one night before, and I'm like, okay, Mom, help me write this list of all these things. So shoes were required.
It
If
was
there
a
was
consent
anything.
form.
The
pokey.
random
Well, it's just
things
an
a mother
agreement.
does not want to have to list for her
No.
daughter.
Yeah,
No,
look, when
he
you're
was a
going
real
to
good sport for me.
when you're going to accept money to do stuff like that, you have to set boundaries beforehand. Yeah.
So because they're hard, it would hurt if I, it would make me bleed. So that the shoes were required, flip flops were required. But the guy actually reached around and like brushed the side of my foot and bit my flip flop, and that was literally the scariest shit ever. I screamed like a girl, and not just because I'm a girl. Yeah,
He's
very
looking at
scary.
something on his phone.
So
that I
scary.
wanna know.
I'm looking up photo shoots with Kitten
With
to
me,
see
okay.
which picture are you
Like,
looking for.
also, my cat has an Instagram as well.
Oh,
What is
get off
that?
the cat's Instagram.
What is that?
Does your cat ever
Biscuit
go
Brumbaugh.
live?
Huh?
Does your cat ever go live?
No. She doesn't do that.
You ever do foot videos?
She did have
So
pet-
what? So
You
what?
didn't do
What's
feet with
biscuits?
me.
What's biscuits? Instagram.
Biscuit Brumbaugh.
B Brumbaugh, isn't it? Or
Ah.
Biscuit Brumbaugh.
Is it biscuit or B?
Oh, it's Biscuit, yeah.
Biscuit Brumbaugh.
Yeah. Oh, because she had 7.
Oh my
yeah, I
God.
put 7 because
There
of
we
baby.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, but if
Was it one of these?
Oh, I forgot to say yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Which one?
I totally forgot to put 7 in there.
Even before this, the one at the hotel room.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
You
on my
guys are comparing
Instagram, you
those.
can see like some feet stuff. So it was
Okay.
kind of like if you go to Kitten's litter box and you see the feet things, it was around that time. I was in
Okay.
the foot mode.
You're in.
But
foot mode.
$100 an hour to step on stuff. We'd go to the
$100 an
beach.
hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he'd
that's
put
really good
crickets
money.
on the beach.
Oh my god.
And I would have to try to get the crickets, but they don't die. They just shrink into the,
The
sand,
sand.
and then they come back out. So it was like this whole like a cucaracha, like a cucaracha kind of thing, and like stepping on them, or like the game with the whack-a-mole.
So for this individual, it was definitely sex.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did with any of that. He claimed that he used it and posted it to make money himself, which is why he was paying me so much.
Ah, so he
It's-
might have had. cuts
So
to
that's
that.
a kink.
I
Yeah,
would
I
for
would
lots
guess
of
so.
Oh
people.
yeah.
That's something that you search for.
I think they must.
Stepping
He made a
on-
lot of
Stepping on
money.
stuff.
Stepping on bugs.
I want to know where
Live
he
bug.
got those Madagascar cockroaches.
Oh,
from.
dude,
it's
it was
not like
so
you can just
scary.
go to the
You
store
can't.
and
I
buy
know. He thought, and he was
Yeah.
so proud of himself.
Those
like,
are
"Oh, look at
huge.
this."
Those
They
are
were so
huge.
Yeah.
big.
They
And
hit
they're
you.
nasty and they're
And
hissed.
they're
And
so loud.
I was in a venue. Won't even say the city because somebody will say, "Oh, was it this one?" No. But I was in a venue that was right across from the jail, and literally, I guess, whatever. Anyway, I was at the urinal doing my biz,
Uh-huh.
and I literally heard, and I felt a tap on the shoulder. I turned around, and it was a cockroach on the floor. He's like, "Can you hurry up? I gotta go."
My goodness.
So,
Well, he really was like,
yeah.
you're like, all right, I'm going.
Oh my
That's hilarious.
god.
Guy scared you.
Third world shit, and they do hiss.
They do.
Yeah.
They're loud. It's scary. And he does. They bite. They pinch.
And you're like, where did the I opened up I opened up a big screen TV. I bought a brand new big screen TV from Costco, and one of those
Oh.
suckers was in it.
Oh, hell no.
And I'm like, oh, that ain't cool at all.
No.
Did you kill it?
Well, no, I raised
Just
it.
let it move
raised
in.
it.
You let it move in.
I raised it like it was
We
my
bred it.
own.
Yeah.
we bred it.
Here, kids, we have a dog.
I raised it. I
Give it to-
raised
Not
it
to the
as
puppy.
Give it to the cat.
Right.
I raised it as if it were my own. That's
Right.
what I did. No, but yeah, I literally returned that TV.
Oh, my God. Oh,
But yeah, those things are
Like
nasty.
Costco, this is disgusting. Like I put a
Polka
bug
dot
in my
that.
TV.
boost you.
A bug in your yeah. That would be it was
No.
big. Yeah. Eesh. All right. So let me see here. Death, bugs.
Yeah.
What else? Now you're dying to so stop doing this. You have to show me what you're okay, give me
Okay,
one
all right.
picture to show someone.
Send
Which
it. Send one to. Oh God.
No, hand me
Our
just
very
open it up and
first-
hand me the phone.
All right.
All right. Pick a nice. Yeah. that
Okay,
one.
so here we go.
Okay. This is our first working thing together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking for a picture of Kitten from our first.
Oh, of course I
photo shoot.
can't see.
It doesn't focus, but yeah.
Focus. Yeah, look how white you are.
Focus
I
on-
know, and I am pretty white there, though. I am pretty white now. So,
Well, it was
you
the
know.
lighting.
Ah,
and
there it
stuff.
goes.
Yeah.
There
There
it
you
goes.
go.
Get the right lighting somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. I thought you were going to show me stepping on something.
No.
I was like, oh.
I never.
No, I'm
did. I
sorry.
wasn't
He
privileged
was
to those
not involved
photo
in that.
shoots.
He
No,
was not involved.
I do have pictures of her feet though.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
Oh my
I think
God.
Let's pull up a. Let's see. You have shoes in this one.
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah,
have shoes.
yeah.
Oh,
But
that's,
that was a good one.
well, it's
too.
like a
What
penis
year
with a
was
condom
this?
on it. What are you
I
doing?
don't know.
What year was that?
We did a lot of shoots.
Okay.
We did a
Oh my
lot of.
gosh. All right,
Yikes.
so here's.
See?
Zoom in
I'm
on
all,
the feet.
You're
Oh,
gonna
wait.
make me cry.
I
I'm
know,
like,
man.
no,
No, we'll do it. We'll do
I'm
another
holding
shoot.
fat
It'll be good.
no.
I need somebody to model my book.
He's all
I'm trying to show better.
closer.
Our
We
feet.
cannot
Come
see.
closer.
You can zoom if you pinch the screen.
There.
You can zoom into her.
The tour, yeah. What are you saying?
But
Zoom into her what?
whatever part.
Whatever you're looking for.
Yeah.
There you go. If I hold it to the side, you can see it better. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so a lot of pictures coming your way.
Ah,
Apparently, Kitten, all the ones that
Yes,
you lost
the
or
ones
something.
that I lost. Yeah.
So we're getting
Yeah.
close. It's that time. Let's go around the room, go around the horn, and make sure everybody is represented here. Again, shout out wherever we're catching up with you, Kitten.
Yes. Kitten's Litter Box or Kitten the Brand Extraordinaire on Instagram.
And then
I'm trying, you guys. God.
Brian King. Where do we keep up with everything you got going
Dr. Brian King on everything, and my new book comes out in May.
on? Hold those. Hold
And
the
you heard
two
him
up that
say
you
I'm
have
the
right
cover
there.
model.
Yes, yeah, you're the cover model.
All right.
And how do we get the books that you currently have? Are they Amazon?
They're on, Amazon is the way most people buy things now, and they're certainly there, but they are available in bookstores around the country. If they don't have it in stock, you can ask them for it. But if you're gonna take that much step, I think just go to Amazon, save some money,
Yeah.
or buy directly from me. It'll cost you a whole lot more, but I'll get it to you super late, and
You'll autograph
and I'll
it.
autograph it. That's right. Amazon like overnights it. It's amazing. Like, how can anyone compete with Amazon?
I'm not sure, but they're killing our businesses. I'll tell you one at a time.
I was gonna say sore subject, dude.
Yeah, man, just chipping away at our lives here. Brandon Ray, how do we keep up with everything that you're
Brandon
doing,
on
my friend?
Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Woohoo! Right on, man. He's done this before,
Just did it like
just like the good old days.
He's a TikToker.
And then, of course, Mistress, she's keeping up with everything I do.
yeah.
Right.
That's what she's doing. And how do you keep up with everything that we do here at Edge Studios? Well, you check us out at edgestudiosonline.com. You can check me out at Paul Brumbaugh, wherever social medias are. But Edge Studios, you can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Africa TV. This has been just a blast from the past,
It
guys.
has
It
been.
has.
It really has. I want to thank you guys for finally making it in studio.
Yeah.
Oh, calm down.
Oh, God.
I am super happy to be here and see you guys again.
So give it up for these two right here. Really great to see you guys. And thank you, Christine,
Yes.
for keeping me sane.
Standing up.
Yeah.
Straight.
Standing
Yeah.
upright. Yes, that's
Keep
right.
standing up. So your catchphrase.
Yes,
Yeah.
keep standing up. I know Travis is probably listening going, that's my damn catchphrase. But that's
Since
okay.
when, motherfucker?
I'm telling you, that goes out to you, Travis. All right. For myself, the Edge crew, OG Patrick, Carlin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Marlene.
Peace out, Patrick.
We have had, and Marlene, we've had a great show here. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. We won't make it another 10 years. I promise you. I promise you it won't be another 10 years. But we'll check you out. Check out everything we do at edgestudiosonline.com. My name is Paul Brumbaugh. Keep standing up.
Thank you.
And
Okay.
next week, we don't know what we got going. Don't even know if we're going to be here next week.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. All right, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Okay,
Adios.
can everybody
Yay.
stay where they